you go check, once you're done with it, go check out the Iron Gods campaign that followed it shortly after. That was a ton of fun too. We got about 30 seconds. All right, we're getting ready to do this thing. Ooh, Led Zeppelin shirt support, awesome. All right, I'm gonna drop off here, get back with my cast, but you guys have a good one. We're gonna get right into this.
Gonna set orphans on fire, so
I mean, I can put Frosty in the camera for like a couple minutes. I don't know if that's the same thing.
and set her on fire.
Frosty's a he. No, it was about the big experience of being in a Frosty con, or furry con. Oh, not the same thing. That was a pun. I was trying to make light of the situation. Yeah, we've been ready. We're always ready.
It's only going to get worse the longer we
I
sit here and
know.
talk.
Yeah, probably.
Well, hello and welcome to another fantastic episode. Another fantastic Sunday here on the Exploding Dice channel. I've just been chatting with the people in chat, and they are chomping at the bit, ready to go. And I hope you guys here, you guys here on the show with me are excited for tonight. But we got some announcements to get through and stuff before we start. But let's preempt that by saying hi to our cast. As always, we're gonna how are you guys doing?
Good.
Let's just say hello quick and start the show. I think Bailey needs to kill some people.
Hello, quick, and start the show.
All right. Well, real quick, why don't we just go through and tell everyone who you guys are playing and what we'll get into a recap. So we'll start with Balin, who is
Playing Balin.
playing Balin.
Next.
Next.
This is Xantor. Take it away.
He's that way.
My name's Lycon. I'm playing Chris.
Oh, me. I'm Ashley. I'm playing Kismet, and I can't hit things. Yay.
Amazing. And we have a recap for you, but just real quick, if you guys have not already, please hit that follow link. Remember, as we were playing through, there are a few ways that you can get involved with the show. There is a big button right below the screen that says donations, and there are little tips about how you can use that button to get involved. You can give the players advantage or disadvantage. You can kind of help them out, help solidify their destiny or their future prophecies, things like that, with a hero card deck or some other things. So please, if you enjoy the show, please consider supporting that way, or ongoing support via Patreon is also welcome. You get all kinds of cool things that let you interact with the show that way, as well as hangouts and other things from us. And Balin he's just done. He's had enough. So before we get into our recap, I'll remind you we have drinking rules. They're over there on the side of the screen, and they will tell you what that's Golden Monkey, which is not as good as Brass Monkey. But the drinking rules help us just keep things a little bit a little bit lighthearted, and we encourage you to join in with drinking with us. The party drinks on a nat 1, the DM drinks on a nat 20, and on a new follower everyone drinks, and we have a great time doing it. And last but not least, if you haven't already, please hit that retweet link, share this show with all your friends, tell them you're hanging out here, and it's a great time. So let's dive right in to the recap. Of course, I should mention all of the awesome sounds and music that you're going to be hearing tonight is courtesy of our friends over at Sirenscape. I was just in the process of writing a tweet telling everyone that, but Sirenscape provides awesome game sounds and ambient noise, sound effects, and all that stuff to make your game better. So let's get things rolling with a little bit of a recap. And as we bring things down, things are getting a little bit strange here. The party having
Oh shit! Offering.
And
Nope,
I'm gonna. I know. I just got an alert. Bird vs. Plane is gonna start the show out with $30. He says, "How about a
Holy
few more
shit.
secrets? Harrow cards for Lycon and Kismet whenever Askren chooses."
Aww,
Thanks, dude.
Oh man, a huge shout out, a huge thank you to Bird vs. Plane. He is like our patron saint, both here and I know here on other channels. He is a great friend. So let's give him some ED love in the chat. Kind of shower him with the love. We will get to that in just a second. So the party had just finished slaughtering all of the goblins in the Licktoad tribe, all save one, who you duly appointed as the leader of this destroyed village. But in the process of killing these goblins and exploring their town, you learned that the goblin village had previously, before you got there, been attacked by someone. There had been a lot of goblins that had died in the fight. Things had been burned down, and it looks like their treasury that you found inside the chieftain's house had been looted. You learned from the last remaining goblin that this, they thought, was because they had taken a treasure from a sunken ship, and that treasure they deemed to be cursed because it brought on what you guys learned to be a horde of skeletons that came in, destroyed a lot of the goblin village, and then made off with the treasure. Not all of it, it seems, as there seemed to be a single chest left, a chest that you identified as of Tien origin. This was the first clue, the first piece of the puzzle, as you guys went off into the swamp and you found a shipwreck that was burned to a crisp, but it seemed to be the remains of what was called the Kaijitsu Star, a boat that you kind of don't know why, but you have your own theories as to why this particular boat, buried in this swamp for what looks like many, many years, is bearing the last name of your Tien friend, Amiko, who runs the tavern back in town. You saved her life at least twice now.
I could take her later.
And so as you continued your way into the swamp, you found the Swamp Witch's shack. It was in horrible repairs. It seemed that the Swamp Witch had been dead for quite some time, but she still had some magic things around, as well as a very strange rat creature that you managed to that you fought. And using you found in her lair, you found a book that informed you a little bit of the movements and relationships between some of the witch factions and covens in the hinterlands, the Sandpoint area. Using a water walking scroll you found in her stash, you made your way finally to the cave that was marked as dangerous and deadly on your map. And as you went inside, you guys emerged into this large cavern where a horde of skeletons in very foreign armor that you assume to be of Tien make rose from their beds on the ground, brandishing rusted curved swords, and began lurching towards you. And so that is where we're going to pick things up. You guys are in the cave. These skeletons have just animated, and it's
It actually has a boob tribble.
the what?
It's a period.
Oh. All right. So give me 1 second. I don't know why my music died out.
Ow.
Did you just hit yourself in the head?
Nope. My earphones protected me. And my +1 headphones.
All right. So let's
vague recollection of getting a hero card last time.
Yes, you did, and we drew it for you. Though you kind of drew it, you don't really have any way of identifying exactly what it means. So, unless you are kind of Varisian enough to be really into hero cards yourself, then you will probably have to have it interpreted for you. But you do have one, and we will go over that in just a bit. So let's put our music on. As always, you guys in chat, just let me know how the sound levels are going. It's never exact for me. And let's swing over to the cave map, as you guys are right here in this cave. And these skeletons have sort of risen. They kind of grasped their weapons. They scraped their way to their feet. And they are standing before you. Some of them kind of seem to be taking a lurching step forward. But they haven't exactly like formed, like rushed at you ready to attack. So we're gonna start this by rolling some initiative. And let's get some cool battle music here.
Touch yourself.
Escuche?
All right, are we rolling initiative?
Yes, please.
Said touch yourself so you get initiative.
That all kind of blurred together. I was like,
And
what?
Aspirin, you need to. No, that's not a nat 20. Never mind.
All right. So this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, I think I logged in wrong.
There's one picture that you can.
Cheating on us with another D&D crew.
Well, no, because it just says stump biter, and I can't find.
Don't worry about that. Your sheet should be down below that, where it says in a folder called JADE REGENT characters.
Y'all,
He didn't really think you'd need it.
Oh, there we go. That's weird. Why did they go away? Huh.
I have no idea. Okay, so 20.
See, I told you to need it.
Hi, you. What did I roll?
Jesus Christ, a 25? What kind of fucking PlayStation do these bastards have?
I rolled a 6.
All right, everyone got their initiative in.
And then we have a ghost.
Buffet.
Oh, Maffei, yes, that's right. Maffei has to roll initiative. There we go.
Go Packers, go Falcons.
Okay.
What? I'm confused.
All right. So, Xantor, this it looks like this one over here is going to gonna lash out at you first, and he is going to make an attack with his sort of broken, rusty sword. That is an 11 against you.
No.
All right. As this one kind of lurches forward and just like their bodies are very very kind of they're not animated particularly well. The mud and the filth is kind of slogging on their armor, so their movements are very kind of jerky and kind of shambling as he steps towards you. Give me 1 second. I totally forgot this guy. Okay. Then he will go there. All right. So you can go, Xantor. It's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a step back towards the group, and I'm gonna cast Entangle right here. Right here. Is that right? Where is that? Let me see. Let me make sure I'm using this spell correctly.
Do you have like a card set up for it? Do I need to search for it?
No. It's just eyes from the ground in a 20-foot. I was trying to see what the range was. Must succeed in a strength saving throw or be restrained until the spell ends. A creature restrained by plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. Against your spell save DC. So I just have to hit the spell in my book, right? What's the
Yes.
I have to save against?
Yeah, it should. So it should tell you what the DC is. Let me check right now.
I just rolled it.
You can, yeah, if you roll it, it should be able to tell you. The spell save DC is, yeah, that should be on your sheet, I believe. Which it's based on your spellcasting modifier.
13. Wait, it's based on my what modifier?
Spellcasting modifier.
I haven't upgraded that since I leveled. So was I supposed to upgrade that?
Let me check. Hold on, let me check your character sheet.
Modifier.
I think it might update automatically. It's based on, so your spellcasting modifier. Where's that on your sheet? I don't know exactly.
I don't know. I never use it.
Via spells in the gear. Click on spells. It should be at the top of the.
Yeah, it's 13, but we never update those. We haven't updated those since we put the spells in.
It's based on your wisdom, right?
Yeah.
So if your wisdom increases, then your spell.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten far enough for an.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah, you haven't gotten an upgrade to your so it should just be.
So it's 13 then.
You got it. Okay. So what's the it's a 20-foot square. So I'm gonna let me see if I have a thing for this.
Yes, perfectly. Shit, and it caught me though.
I might have I know I have some of these things here.
Do I hear music or am I losing my mind?
No, you hear
Yes.
music.
Yeah,
Someone's
someone's
playing some
got-
weird ass shit.
Mutually exclusive.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, I don't have a thing for entangle. So
Is there an aura that you can put down?
a what?
Yeah, he did it before when we did Moonfire.
Yeah, you give me so it's 20 feet, so that's gonna be pretty big, right? It's about this much. Should be 4 by 4.
No, it's wait 4x4. Wait,
Hold
yeah.
on. 5, 10, 15.
5 by 5.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
5 by 4. No,
5 by 5.
5 foot squares and 4 by 4.
All right,
5,
hold on.
10,
This is a 20 foot square.
It's a 20-foot square, not a 20-foot radius.
Right.
That's
15. Oh, okay.
20 feet across. That would be 4.
yeah. There we go. I was confused because Pathfinder uses radii.
Right here, right here.
Okay. I'm assuming you want it to be here.
I went no. Where? Can you not see my arrow?
I can. Yeah. No, it does. It's a 4 by 4, so it's not centered on one square. You have to choose the 4 squares.
Yeah. Well, center it so that I get these 3. This was yeah.
There. Okay. That's what I was doing. Okay. So so these guys have to make a save, correct?
Yep.
It is a strength saving throw. Okay. Strength saving throw, which for them is going to be this is the top one. This is the one on the left. This is the one on the right.
Hacks.
It looks like they are all going to make it. So
Damn.
must succeed a saving throw or be entangled until the spell ends.
It's still difficult.
So that means if we walk into it, we have to succeed a saving throw as well until spell.
No. So now that the spell has been cast, this area is just considered difficult terrain. So you can move through it. It's just your movement speed is halved. So you kind of you conjure, you begin sort of focusing your energy on the plants and sort of forcing them up through the cracks in the stone. But really, you don't have a ton to work with here. You mostly have like swamp reeds and moss, slick moss and stuff like that. A kind of thick layer of this sort of swamp slime is gonna cover the rocks here, with the reeds and stuff attempting to entangle the skeletons. Not really able to gain a full grasp on them, but the area itself does become like slick with this nasty kind of algae stuff. So it is going to be difficult terrain. Anything else you want to do, or is that it?
Let them come to us. We can follow them and fight them off. Because otherwise, Because where we're standing, they have to like tromp through the water, which looks pretty deep.
That's not an awful idea.
And then I'm
that
gonna
limit both of our attacks and abilities.
not if we put our frontline fighters in the front. Balin and Zachnafine go in the front.
And then the rest of us will have to be firing through.
That's okay. I don't really hit much.
All right. So Xantor, this skeleton is actually gonna sort of stumble forward, but its movement is sort of hampered by this this slick terrain. It's not really gonna get anywhere. This one is going to begin sort of moving towards you, also sort of hampered. Lycon, what do you want to do?
I am going to suggest to the mage in the party that maybe she could fire a well-timed ice or fire explodey blast in this group of things and possibly hamper or severely damage them.
Yeah, I could do Scorching Ray because it's got 3 little pew-pew-pews.
Do you have anything that would freeze them in place? Loading AoE?
Well, so I have Chill Touch, but I have to touch them, which is...
Ew.
But,
No, you do have a spell. That's a frost AoE.
Yeah, it's your ice knife.
That was more of a hint than a...
Yeah. She doesn't speak in hints, Christy.
No.
No.
Direct.
I know.
Oh, wait, does that slow them down?
Oh my god. I'm putting my headphones down.
I don't
What did
know.
you
But I
say?
would,
What do you want to do?
well, I'm trying to ask her this question and see if she responds and possibly has said spell. Because if she does, then I'm going to hold my action until after she attacks. If she doesn't, then I'm going to have to think of something else.
So, Ice Knife doesn't... From what I can tell, it doesn't slow anybody down.
But doesn't it have an explosive?
So Ray of Frost does. It'll reduce their
He's
speed.
not asking about slowing them down. He's asking if you have an area attack.
Something that you have explodes on impact.
That's
If you
ice
keep trying
knife,
to tell
yes.
you not
Okay,
to-
then sure, yes.
All right. So, Lycon, what are you doing?
I'm going to hold my action until after Kismet attacks.
Okay. After she attacks, got it. Mafe will kind of drift up behind Balin, and she says, "Shall I take the front with you?"
Ba-dum-bum.
Refresh my brain. Does she have a weapon right now?
Yes, she has a fairly ornate-looking scimitar. She had a scimitar and a short sword, but the short sword is now in Xantor's hands.
Okay.
Or, yeah, Xantor or Lycon?
Fine.
It has to
You,
be-
Lycon, that's it.
Xantor can't use metal weapons except for scimitar.
I gave her her weapon back.
Yeah, you gave her the big sword.
Yeah.
He took the smaller one.
I've got the short sword still.
Okay. Yes, that's probably the one.
Okay. She will sort of drift out like this way, and she will kind of put her sword to one of them. This is just going to be a melee attack from her, which is going to crash into, like, she just brings her sword down and sort of crashes into one of them, and you can see its armor takes most of the damage that the skeleton does sort of buckle under the hit as she smashes into it. There's sort of a puff of, like, cold air from the blade also. But the skeleton is not destroyed, but it was a solid hit from her. As she sort of takes up the front position. That, I don't know. Yeah, don't worry about that. So this one is gonna start walking up towards them. But Balin, what do you want to do while he's doing that?
Which one is going to start walking up?
He's the one in the back, but he's gonna be significantly slowed. So.
elbow my way between Kismet and his own floor. Pardon, excuse me. And I'm gonna hacky at this dude right here. So, Bablax. 14.
A 14 against the skeleton is just gonna hit.
Well, bam.
I'm good. Hitting one-handed, so
Alright.
6 slashing.
Alright. As you kind of chop in alongside her into the armor of one of these things, kind of like chain links and metal bits sort of flying off of it. As you're doing this, you guys sort of notice... You guys... actually, can everyone roll me a perception check, please?
Waiting.
Or at least just Balin and Xantor. And also, Tren, you're, once again, you're very quiet on mic.
Let's see if that helps out.
That is a lot better.
Oh god, now I can hear him.
He doesn't sound quite as menacing.
That's very accurate. Here.
I thought so.
I
See,
see that you perceive you have pants on.
I know what the purpose of that roll was, but Balin hasn't recognized it yet.
You guys hear a loud kind of like the cavern as the weapons are ringing out and the kind of scuffling and scraping.
No. That better not be what I think it is.
Stop. Chill. We'll get there. As the kind of weapons are clashing together and the bones are creaking, as the fight, armor is rattling. You guys hear a sort of a sound kind of come up that fills the cavern, and it's just sort of a low. And as you hear it, you hear sort of the scraping, the scraping sounds. All the skeletons that are clashing weapons with you, immediately, like, they just sort of, like, bring their weapons down, like, and they sort of take a step back, still in combat stance, but they just sort of push themselves away, so they're not, like, clashing directly with you. And you see all of them, like, as this sound continues to ring out, just... You hear the scraping, and Balin, because you're the one in the front, you can just see past the skeleton in front of you. You can see there's another form of a skeleton, not really lying on the ground like the bones that you saw when you entered, but rather seems to have been propped up against the wall, almost as if in a sitting position. And you see him, like, head, just skeleton in armor, but you can kind of see as this sound fills the room, his head is just going to kind of slowly creak forward as he begins picking himself up. Very, very slowly and methodically, you see him reach down and grasp a sword off the ground, and as he kind of creaks his way just to full height, all of the skeletons that are kind of clashing with you are going to take a step back and kind of bring their weapons to a resting position, as if they're all almost sort of creating almost like a circle, like an area, like they're almost like clearing the area so you can see directly to this other skeleton. He is right here at the back.
Get an attack of opportunity when he moves.
You can try and clash against the skeletons. They don't seem to be... They are sort of defensive, but they don't seem to be, like, readily attacking you anymore. Yeah, go for it if you want to attack.
He's moving out of my... The reason that I thought you were having us roll the thing, which apparently now is not the thing. Nice and specific, Trent, thanks. Slashing weapons against skeletons, is that not a thing? I mean, doesn't that reduce the damage that gets done to them?
Yeah, I mean, they're not like, that's particularly probably why your hits and
That's what I thought. You were
Maffei's
having.
hits weren't particularly effective, as effective as they could have been, but this is something different.
Right. See, I thought you were having us.
Yes.
You were having me roll perception to see if I figured that.
No,
out.
no, I was gonna get to that in a sec. I was gonna get to that on my own.
All right, never mind. Well, no. Yeah. Okay, so ding. 16.
That'll hit, yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
So that'll be
Word of
12.
our community's acclaim spreads.
All right. Thank you, Shadzar, for the host, by the way. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, you just kind of, as this thing's stepping away, you just kind of cleave right across, and you manage to kind of cut through some of the leather and the kind of woven segments of the armor, just clattering off the ribs behind. You are kind of taking some chunks out of it, but once again, it's not particularly as effective as it could be. But the skeleton itself takes almost no notice, as this skeleton, on his turn, he is going to step forward. He's gonna lurch forward with a step, right? And as he kind of takes his sword, he's going to sort of very slowly, very methodically level it. And he's going to point it directly at Balin. And as he kind of, he turns, you hear this kind of creaking, dry rasping from his throat. Just...
Balin.
His sword is sort of leveled directly at you. I mean, you can infer what he's doing.
He's hitting on me. I know.
So as he does, as he continues with his sword, he's going to take another step forward, and he's sort of just sort of standing there as he lowers his sword slowly to his side and kind of grips it with two hands, almost as if he's sort of waiting. Just empty eyeless sockets under his helmet, just fixed on you.
What's up?
All right. The other skeleton is going to is gonna kind of, he's just gonna kind of step around this way and kind of make room. Kismet, so you guys can all sort of see as the fight itself with the actual skeletons has almost ceased, as they all seem to be making room for just this one in particular. And he's just kind of standing there ready, and he seems like you can kind of guess that he is in the process of leveling a single challenge to a combatant. Do you guys want to continue the fight, or do you want to sort of let it, you're gonna let it happen?
Seem like being called out.
So, Balin, I don't know if there's like a code of honor amongst the dead, but I don't think we need to experience this code of honor just yet. Do you think you can take him? Because I have a plan if you can't.
Do we trust the druid's plans?
The druid's plans have gotten you this far and kept you alive a lot.
He was an octopus.
The hell does that have to do with anything?
I just feel like that's
Nothing to
too
do
much
with
for the
anything.
So Balin, basically, are you going? It's up to you guys, but whether you want to accept a kind of one-on-one challenge, or you want to continue fighting. You want to just sort of take these guys on.
Either we back out or I take this guy's challenge. What is your plan?
We never asked Sacrifice to turn undead. Why don't we just turn them off?
Ooh.
He didn't challenge that.
And if he's
sure.
a good paladin, then he'll stay out of the way.
There's no such thing as a good. He's a paladin of vengeance.
He could be an honorable paladin of vengeance. I don't think so, but
The smart-ass paladin of vengeance.
Okay.
Are we in combat?
Technically, but that's why I'm giving you guys the opportunity to, if you want to, if we take if you take the sort of single challenge, it's essentially going to go down to one person versus one person until you guys want to intervene or something like that. It's up to you. You guys let me know. This is the situation. You let me know what you want to do.
What's your most important stat, Balin?
Strength.
But you're never gonna do strength. Dude, advantage on strength checks doesn't come into play on combat, right?
Depends on.
Depends on your tactics.
Yeah.
Because if we're not in combat,
Which I suspect I'm about to be.
no, if we're all not in combat,
Wait a minute.
whoops, damn it.
Hey, Balin,
Uh,
since he offered the challenge, shouldn't you get to choose the weapons?
Does he have a choice?
Challenge him to hand.
I don't think it quite works that way.
I wanna.
I don't know if he's challenging you, if he's a man of honor, and you throw down your weapon,
He's dead.
or not throw it
so-
down, but like stick. Yeah, but he's challenging him to a one-on-one duel.
I wanna. Yeah, but is it dishonorable? Like,
Do we really care if it's dishonorable or not? They're trying to eat our faces off. How about if
No, they're
Balin looks like
I don't know. We came into their place for stolen treasure. I kind of feel like they have a reason to be
dead?
pissed.
Nobody cares about them. They're
Leave the honorable portion of it to me. What is your plan, Xantor?
well, since you don't want me to have that if you turn them, I have spells that will guarantee this win. And my hand is already on your shoulder, so if you just say the word.
The word.
All right. I'm gonna cast Spark Skin and enhance ability on Balin.
I don't think that would be a violation.
Can you cast both of those? Are either of them? Is enhance ability a concentration or is it not?
Bark skin is a concentration.
I know bark skin is. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. Bark Skin is, so if I do enhance ability followed by Bark Skin, if I'm not in combat, I'm just sitting there watching, right?
You can only concentrate on one spell, which is why I was asking if they're both concentration or not.
Oh, I see. Well then, but I guess enhance ability would be the better one.
It's up to you.
But I want to do enhance ability and give him advantage on charisma checks.
Okay, you got it.
I'm joking.
No, I mean, I assume you meant strength. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Balin, as you kind of look nervously at the group around you, he kind of places his hand on your shoulder, and you feel kind of the magic flowing through you as your muscles tighten, your jaw kind of clenches, and you kind of grip your axe a little bit tighter. Do you wanna step forward and
I'll even pat him on the butt just because I know he'll enjoy that.
All right.
Again, a couple balls, too.
No, what?
Did you?
What?
Wow.
No, that's too far, dude.
Yeah,
Alright.
that.
Yes, I did.
All right. So you wanna step forward and take this skeleton's challenge?
Sure, you want to remove this green square because now that he's focusing on another concentration spell, that difficult terrain is.
Yes, I was gonna get there.
Hey, Balin, you wouldn't want my +1 short sword, would you? I don't actually know if that's useful.
Probably would have if I hadn't already stepped away.
All right. Just real quick, Judo Killer. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't have time at the moment to figure it out. But don't worry if you want to. We'll find a way to work that out. Okay, so you're stepping forward. We're gonna take away this initiative order for a second, and it's just going to be because everyone else is kind of stopped. Balin, we're just gonna have an initiative roll off. You versus him.
While we're rolling this, don't forget to touch yourself. The a CPAP is a continuous positive air pressure machine. It helps you with sleep apnea.
My dad has one.
He got a 17 also.
Wow. Then whose dexterity is higher?
His is higher.
Mine is 12. His is higher than that. Okay. He goes first.
Actually, oh wait, no. You know what? He doesn't. He didn't get a 17 because this is. I forgot to take into the fact that he has improved initiative in this stat block, and he shouldn't. So he's actually gonna have a 15. So you're gonna basically what's gonna happen is he's just waiting there. Blades kind of down at his side, 2 hands on it, and he's just sort of staring at you. I will give you sort of an image of what this skeleton looks like as he is waiting there. You're both gonna sort of move at the same time, but you can take the first. How do you want to open the fight?
Well, since he has behaved honorably thus far, I will kind of salute him and then
Kill him.
drop into a more ready stance, and then sort of give him the scanny up and downy kind of thing, and
You gonna do the Keanu Reeves Matrix?
kind of
Scanny up.
take a chop at him.
All right.
But that picture looks like bitches.
All right, go for it.
Choppity. We're not very close to each other, so
Yeah, you can step forward and make the attack. A 14 is not going to hit him. As you swing forward, he's just gonna sort of like, almost with surprisingly fast reflexes, he's gonna kind of bring his blade over and turn your axe to the side as it kind of sweeps down, the follow through almost kind of carrying you off your feet. And he is going to sort of turn that around to make a cut at you. This should be, yes, it should. He rolls a natural 1 for an 11. As he's gonna kind of bring his thing, but you just sort of shove, use your shoulder to kind of push against him, shoving him off balance as he is gonna kind of stumble backwards, blade just missing wide. And yeah, that is gonna be that's gonna be that. As he misses. All right, what do you want to do?
well, you drink first.
Well, that was... Oh, yeah. No, they're right. On a nat 1. That's me. All right, go for it. What do you want to do?
Did you say that he kind of stumbled a bit? Like...
Yeah, because he rolled a nat 1, so I'm saying, like, you just kind of shoved against him, and he kind of, didn't really get his attack in.
But is he like, down on one knee, or is he...
No, but he's back-footed.
Okay. Well, in that case, I still want to do this honorably, so I want to give him a moment to kind of reset and get ready.
Okay.
And take my next strike.
Go for it.
Eight.
18 is going to connect.
So +7 instead of +5. So 11.
All right. That's 11 slashing, correct?
Correct.
All right. So as you kind of bring your axe, you kind of let him reset. You just bring your axe across, and he goes to sort of block it, but the strength of your blow is just too much as you come crashing into the side of his armor and his ribs, and you can feel like the bone sort of crunching under the blow. As he kind of like. All right, he is going to he's gonna sort of step around and take another swing for a 12.
Nope.
All right, so he's gonna kind of juke around the side of you, kind of moving with the blow and cutting across, but you just sort of like you just step backwards as the blade swings past you. All right, your turn.
Which side did he step to?
Probably to his right, because you kind of came in right-handed, so you would hit him on the left. So
I thought you were actually going to move the token.
No, he's not stepping around like a full... Well,
Oh.
he might. We'll say he steps around like a full step.
Okay. Then might as well carry that momentum forward and come in around again.
All right.
Hey, ask while he's fighting. I kind of moved up a little bit so I could get a better vantage point. I'm going to kind of be scanning the rest of these skeletons.
Yes.
If they make a move toward Balin, I want to know about it.
Okay. A 14 is not going to hit.
Yep, that's why I said miss.
Yes. He will kind of step backwards and lunge forward with his blade for a 19.
We'll hit.
All right. As you swing past him, he's gonna kind of like the blade kind of sliding off his armor. He's going to lunge forward, just puncturing directly in like right into your kind of like abdomen area. The tip of the blade sort of punches a little bit through your armor as you feel the wounds start flowing. He is it is a pretty nasty attack. Anything else you want to? How do you want to respond?
Well, let's see. Did he just stab and withdraw, or is he still in me?
He lunged forward, and then he's gonna sort of like in his next movement, he's gonna kind of pull it out and probably attack again. So if you wanted to attack before he did, you could.
Well, I don't like the idea of me giving him the ability to just wiggle his weapon around inside me with no. But sure, we'll kind of let's see, sort of just a rock back just to get more of the weapon out of me before I swing back around. Coming since he's extended thusly, so I'm gonna come around from the shoulder side, cut across, try to go above the shoulder through the neck.
Okay.
Thusly.
Thus. 23.
That'll absolutely connect.
Woohoo!
For a total of 7.
All right. You're kind of smashing into him, and you can see that his armor is a lot heavier and a lot thicker than the other skeletons, especially with the fact that your blade is only taking chunks and chips off of his body. So he is a lot hardier than you were kind of expecting. If you could continue kind of jousting with him, but if you wanted to find a way to sort of get an advantage, you absolutely could. He's going to respond again by sort of drawing his blade back and attempting sort of like an Kaijitsu style slash. And that is going to be 19 is not a crit, but it is a solid hit.
Mm-hmm. And it does hit.
Alright, that's going to be 11 damage as he brings it up and just slices right down across your chest.
Okay. Like 3/4 of my lung tissue.
Oh,
The mud.
Can we do something about our dying friend?
Yeah, you guys have been waiting. You see him take a nasty wound. You can jump in whenever you want.
Can we sleep the bad dead people now?
Undead are immune to sleep.
Or what can Zachnafine do? Make them.
You could turn.
He can turn if he'd like. It's up to you guys though.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Basically, that means I am the voice of my god, and if they really fail, they just sort of boom and explode. If they don't really fail, but they still fail, they just kind of go, oh shit, and they back away. And if they save completely, they're like, that's.
All right. If you guys want to jump in, you can at any time.
Can we get Zachnafine to maybe hit the god button?
Yeah, sure.
To maybe.
I'm waiting for Balin to give it the thumbs up.
Balin's lung is.
He just took a nasty hit.
Balin has 3 hit points left. He looks fucked up.
Yeah, that was his thumbs up on the way down.
All right.
He's like, "Ew."
Balin.
You know, he accepted this challenge of honor. I feel like if we interrupt, we might
Okay,
be dishonoring him.
I don't want him to like res with
It
the rest
doesn't.
of them.
It doesn't matter though. Like it's an honor thing. Unless he says step in, like it's like either he's got a plan or we just play this out. Balin, do you want us to step in?
He's just bleeding on you at this moment,
Balin's
sarcastically.
really-
Well, we've got a paladin. Can't he resurrect people?
He's a little focused,
level
and
10.
his response would basically be.
I heard him say torch the bitches. That's I mean
I
he
mean, you
spelled
could
it
have
out.
done that when we first got in the
All
tower.
All right, I'm gonna run up to Balin and cast healing word on him. Wait, no. Hold on. Sorry, do whatever you guys are gonna do. What?
You want a distraction before you run up in front of the thing that just almost killed that tank?
What do you guys want to do?
Got
Make it
some
quick.
fancy.
Okay, can Zach Ganafine try his thing, and then if that doesn't distract them, then
Yeah, he can.
run up and make our friend not die.
Okay. So Zach Nafine will kind of be watching this whole thing, and as you kind of urge him forward, he is going to kind of, he's gonna grip his holy symbol, and as he kind of holds it in his hand, he's going to present it outwards, and he is going to utter his prayer to Desna, as he like this symbol, which is a sort of a gold butterfly. With a moon kind of background. He's going to hold it out, and the symbol is going to shine like a beacon of light. And as he does it, there's sort of like the whole chamber is going to be full of light. Every undead in a 30-foot area, which is going to be pretty much all of them, has to make a wisdom saving throw, which I believe their wisdom is a whole lot of nothing. Whose music is that, by the way?
Is that the TV?
I don't know. I get someone playing music. Their wisdom is 1d20. So his saving throw DC is 14 on this. So that's 1, 16, 2 is 8, 3, 15, 4, 3, 10, and this is for this guy, whose wisdom is the same thing. 16. Okay, so we've got a pass, a fail, pass, fail, fail, pass. Okay, so, if a creature fails its saving throw, it is turned. Any turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from them as possible. So that's going to be this one. I'm going to put a marker on him. This one. And this one.
So those are the ones that are gonna run away?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So the one that's eating Balin is not gonna
The one
run
that we
away.
wanted to stop isn't going to turn around.
I'm gonna rush over and cast Cure Wounds on Balin.
Okay, you can do this at the same time as he's doing that.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow behind him so he doesn't one shot by crazy dude. And hope that we can save our friendly friend here. Oh, hey, did we get a short rest between last game and the game before?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Wait, well, we slept at the Goblin Camp, and then...
Then you went to the witch's house.
Okay. And I did
But I
get
mean,
my...
we haven't came
We
up
didn't
on
do
it
anything at the witch's
since
house,
then.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you haven't gotten a short rest since last session, but you did get a short rest between that session and the one before it. Okay,
take
so
damage?
your cure wounds is what, 8?
8.
All right, Balin. As Xantor is gonna rush up, he is going to give you 8 healing. Lycon, what are you doing?
I am going to take a swing at this bastard with my short sword. Awesome.
Go for it.
I know you want to get out of here, but you're not ready.
Mute.
That'll absolutely hit.
Yeah.
All right.
You're not too distracting for a few seconds, hopefully.
All right, Balin, I'm giving you back your 8. Oh, you already got it. There you go. Okay.
Math, so just,
Yeah. So these
Can I...
what's up?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I was gonna hit him, and then I was gonna use my bonus action to disengage and step a foot back. Just
Yeah,
in
you can
case
do
he-
that. Yeah, you can do that. All right. So as we kind of we're gonna bring the turn order back into things. We're gonna start at the top of the round with this undead here. Has to move as far away from him as possible. So he's going to gonna start sort of taking off and into the water this way. This undead is gonna take off down this tunnel. These undeads are gonna take off here. This one, he's gonna get an attack of opportunity against. Zachnafine is. So here's an attack for him. That is going to hit. 9. And Maffei is going to get an attack also. Yeah, together, they're going to sort of smash this skeleton to pieces as it is fleeing into the water away from Zachnafine. So that is, this one is done. Okay, so Xantor, we're on kind of the turn order now. This one is higher than Balin. What do you want to do? You just kind of...
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Balin.
What's up? Sorry, what's up, Balin?
Wait.
I was gonna. I'm just point of order. The battle axe and the scimitar both slashing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Didn't you already cast the thing on me? Or are you doing it again?
I casted Cure Wounds, now I'm casting Healing Word.
Okay.
Do you want the hit points back?
I was just making. I didn't hear what you were casting, and I was making sure that you weren't trying to reiterate the.
I know, I'm just giving you shit.
Alright, go ahead and cast it.
You gotta have help points, Jesus.
So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna shift it to Bane.
Okay. I didn't get anything. Nothing came up in chat. Let me check. Xantor. Huh? It looks like you've. I think your sheet might be having an issue.
It's screwed.
A creature of your choice can see regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus spellcasting. So roll it. Go ahead and roll. Just roll it. 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Which I think is 400.
Sounds like it. uh,
403 hit points. God.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna get to it. My spellcasting modifier is where on my sheet?
It's whatever the ability score that you use to cast spells is.
On your spells tab.
A druid uses intelligence, correct?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. So your wisdom is it's +3.
And you're muted.
So Balin, you're gonna get 7 hit points back. Yeah, we already went there. Alright, so Balin gets 7, and you wanted to move. This skeleton here is gonna step in and is gonna make an attack at Zachnafine.
I shifted it into. I used my wild shape to turn into a bear.
Oh, okay. I heard shift. I thought that meant shift like into a space.
No.
I'll turn you into the bear in just 1 second. 11. Zachnafine is gonna block that with his shield. This one is gonna step forward and, well, actually it doesn't have to, because we've got bear going on.
He's gonna stab you in the ass.
He is going to attack Zachnafine, who's in his bear form. Where's the bear? Where's the bear? There's the bear.
Not in his bear.
This one is going to attack you with its sword, Xantor. That is a nat 20.
Oh!
So it's going to be...
He's gonna stab him in his bare ass.
You're going to take 7 damage from the skeleton sword.
And that is a nat 20 on the DM's side.
That means drinks. Enjoy them.
When you say skeletons, a sword of a skeleton or the sword of a skeleton? Because I kind of want a sword that's made of a skeleton.
It's the skeleton's sword. It is the possessive. It is not the infinitive. Lycon, what do you want to do as you're kind of you rush in and you attack this samurai skeleton, and you kind of juke back. You see Xantor sort of rush in, and his form kind of shifts into this large furry bear next to you. Wow, Balin, Trendane's actually drinking.
Trendane's in a very bad mood. Of course Trendane is drinking.
High five.
Like,
Well,
What do you want to
our
do?
feelings.
Dantor has a skeleton on his ass. I'm going to try to keep Bad Boy distracted. So I'm going to toss one of my cool new throwing stars that I got out of this dude's treasure, just to piss him off a little bit more.
Okay.
What
Cool
star?
neutering stars.
That's
Throw
what I
it.
heard.
Throw it. New throwing stars is what he said.
I don't think he'd enjoy a neutering star.
I don't know. They might be magical. We didn't check.
Do you want to have kids? Good.
Okay. Yeah, a 21 will hit.
And
All right.
then-
It's
Does that
only
get his attention, or
it'll like ping right off of his face. You're very close, so it's a very easy target. And as he's just like he knows that you're there, so he's gonna kind of turn his head as he is very aware. Like very quickly, his honor duel was disrupted. But yeah, that will definitely get his attention.
all right, I'm gonna disengage and take a step.
You don't have to disengage because you're not in melee.
Oh, okay. So I can just take a 5-foot step.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Mafe is gonna step in here and swing on this one for a 9, which is not going to do it.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah. As she's gonna begin using her kind of shadow evocation to give her a little bit of give her a little bit and Zactophine a little bit of cover, make them a little bit harder to hit. This skeleton right here already attacked, so now we're on this guy, and he is going to take a swing at. We'll say Balin, because Balin is still kind of angry at Balin. 20 against you.
Damn. These guys are jerks.
Balin, as he's kind of, his attention is now turned between 3 people. He's just gonna sort of lunge his sword forward and kind of catch you like right in the chest for a solid 10 damage, which hurts, but at least you are still alive after these guys rushed in to save you, and he's gonna kind of assume it, like drop down and assume a sort of a defensive stance as he kind of, moves his sword between all of his targets. What do you want to do?
Well, Balin's perspective hasn't changed at all. But he has, I presume, finally noticed that, this isn't really working that
Yeah, that probably came up.
against creatures that don't really have any flesh. So he is going to switch to his Warhammer.
Okay, which
But he's going to step back. Well, sort of step back. He's going to step over here. So he's still within melee range, right?
yeah.
But he's going to stand like, I'm still in this thing with you. They're doing their own thing. So he's
Okay.
just standing there waiting.
All right, you're not gonna take a swing?
No, not yet.
Got it. Okay. Do you want to ready for a trigger, or do you just want to let it go?
Ready to parry.
Okay. I'll say I'll let the next attack against you have disadvantage. Okay, this one is running. He's just fleeing up the tunnel this way. Kismith, it is your turn.
So I want to run up to the little dude, that guy next to Muffy. He's still standing there, yeah?
Yes, she is fighting with him.
Okay, can I use Shocking Touch on him? Because it does extra damage to armored people.
Sure, where do you want to go?
I guess just... Can I go right here? Like,
If she rolls a natural 1, does she get to electrocute herself?
yeah, I'll add some volume.
Yes, you can.
there.
Yes, you can run there.
Okay, and then I do this thing. Where'd you go? You went here.
Shocking Touch. Make a melee attack against the target. A 10 is not going to do it, I don't believe. Yes, a 10 is not going to do it.
All of those in our group that are dismayed by me missing somebody, please. No? Nobody? Okay.
No, we pretty much expect it. We weren't counting on you. If it happens,
Like,
it happens.
at this point,
yeah.
I think it's just like the whole thoughts have mass thing. Like, statistically, this hurts my feelings.
All right. Anything
Well,
else, or is that going to be your turn?
Sorry, what'd you
Yeah,
say?
that was... Yeah, we're...
Okay.
That was-
I'm gonna flip him off.
Top of the round, this guy's going to continue to flee.
Flashing. He's a pirate.
I'm just checking something
Like
here.
Cootie.
I just got to check this. Oh, it's turned for 1 minute. Okay. So, yeah, he's going to be running for a while. Zentor, bear form, what do you want to do?
Realizing that Balin is still staying in his honor duel or whatever, and I was gonna help him, I'm gonna turn and swipe and bite at the thing that attacked me. So I'm gonna raise up my paws and I'm gonna claw at it.
Okay. A 24 will absolutely connect. All right, you even this thing has taken a little bit of damage, but even though like you just kind of raise up and smash your paw down on this thing as you kind of break through armor and bones and stuff, and you just like you kind of tear a chunk out of this thing's rib cage, and it's like struggling to kind of stay up, and as it does, it's gonna kind of like reach one hand forward. And the bones under are just gonna give way as it's just gonna collapse into a pile on the ground.
Okay, and then I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna bite at the samurai.
Go for it. 12 is not going to do it. He's just kind of jumps to the side as you kind of roar around, just chomping your jaws where he was standing. Anything else?
I'm going to. Well, I'm gonna move. Wait, no, I can't move. No, I'm gonna just better position myself here.
Okay. Got it.
Blocking. Oh, wait, no, because that means I'm blocking Lycon, right?
I mean, he can step around you. It's not a big deal.
I can shoot through you.
Is that where you want to go?
You are a big...
That's it.
Okay. This skeleton here is going to make a slashing attack at Maffei. Broken sword. Not gonna. She just easily kind of her shadow envelopes this creature. She just turns it aside very easily. All right, Lycon, what do you want to do?
I am going to 5, 10, 15. I am going to move here. And realizing that Balin is trying to continue his duel, I'm going to stop attacking the samurai dude. But I am going to keep an eye on the dude running down the tunnel in the event he comes back.
Okay.
I'm just kind of guarding that area and moving out of the big bear ass's way.
All right. And thank you, QTPie0011, for following. Welcome to the madness, my friend. Thank you for joining us. If you guys are just joining along, we are in the middle of a swamp cave where a desperate and dangerous duel against skeleton samurai is going down. So drinks for our cast, and props to you. Let's get some ED love in the chat. Lycon stepping around the bear. Maffei is going to take a final slash and just chop through this thing. And an 18 is not a nat 20, but an 18 is definitely going to do it as she manages to kind of puncture this thing's armor, and there is like a pulse of cold air as its bones kind of freeze, and as she pulls the sword out, they're gonna some of them are just gonna shatter as this thing is taking quite a bit of damage already, and it is going to go down in a pile of bone dust. This one is dead, so that means that it is Sutamo's turn, and he is going to turn and swing his sword at the bear, at Xantor.
Poor kid.
16 against you.
That hits.
Yes, it hits.
All right. As you kind of chomp at him, he's going to sort of lunge out of the way, swing the sword across, and just take like a slice right across your bare cheek, cutting pretty deep actually into the neck.
The bear punch
For 10 damage. All right. As he does, he's gonna kind of like he's squaring off against you, Balin. He's kind of turned his attention away from you.
Well, I gave him the chance to keep it just between him and me, and he decided not to do that. So it's free for all time. Having switched to my hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you do that first time? Just curious.
What?
Use your hammer.
Balin didn't realize that slashing damage didn't do as much damage.
Good point.
Took him a few hits. He was like, wait a minute.
All right.
I withdraw my question.
12.
Did you want to take a step so you can sort of get? Oh no, it doesn't matter because this is 5th edition. A 12 is not enough to connect with this guy. As you kind of lumber this hammer down, you smash it down into the rocks, but he just sort of slides out of the way, squaring off between both of you. Anything else?
No, never mind. For a moment I was going to say we were flanking him, but I don't want to bother looking up the rules for that right now. No, not yet.
You have more stuffed animals in front of you now.
Okay. So I'm gonna take this guy off the turn order for now because he's running. Kismet, what do you want to do? The skeleton in front of you has been destroyed. What do you want to do?
Yay! I want to do ice knife to the guy because if I miss, it still explodes. Wait, will it hit everybody around him? They're nodding. Shit buckets. Why don't I think about this beforehand? Let's do Scorching Ray because that won't be a friendly fire, will it?
Nope.
Yay! Okay, let's try that.
All right, Scorching Ray against who? Against the Sutamu, the samurai.
Yeah, they're really obnoxious.
Okay.
Oh, he's a samurai.
Well, he's the samuraiist one here. 18, 22, and you get one more roll.
Wait, do I hit it again?
Well, you can hit the button and take the first roll. Yeah. No, I mean the actual spell because you get 3 rolls.
Okay. Click.
And a nat 20.
Somebody should drink on that one.
Yeah, that's a nat 20 is me. So go ahead and roll your damage for the last one.
How many games is it taken?
All of
That is a solid hit with all 3 rays as she is going to conjure this orb of fire and just sort of blast it outwards. 3 lancing rays of flame are going to strike him, passing right over Xantor's shoulder, kind of singeing his fur a little bit. And that is going to be 11 minus, was it 9? Yeah, I'm doing math. All right, as they're gonna blast him one after. Oh, you have to roll 1 more damage, I believe. Yeah, you have to roll damage 1 more time. 4. Okay. Because you hit with all 3, but you only rolled damage for 2 of them. Okay, so he's just pummeled with 1, 2, 3 rays as they kind of blast him backwards, charring bits of his armor, just one after the other. And as the smoke kind of is like sizzling off of his burnt leather and stuff, he's gonna you see him as he kind of lurches forward. His bones have been singed, his armor is partially destroyed, and he's still standing there as he's just going to kind of and as he does, he's going to kind of turn his head between Xantor and Balin. And Balin, he's going to kind of as he's kind of still struggling to stand, he's going to turn towards you, and it's very hard to make out against the through the sound of what sounds like wind rasping through kind of dryness. It's barely words at all, but you're almost positive that as his eyes stare at you, you hear, "Kill me."
We're trying.
As he kind of raises his sword one last time. Alright, who we got? This one is turned. Xantor, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna raise my claw, and I'm gonna smack at it again.
Alright. An 18 is enough to hit. Did you want to do anything else?
What? I mean, do I need to attack again?
I don't
Or
know.
is that
Did you want to use both attacks, or do you want to do you want to just lay into this dude?
Yeah, I want to lay into this dude.
All right, go ahead and roll me the jaws too. That'll do it. Yeah.
Justin, I heard it was very good.
All right. So for a total of 25 damage, even though a lot of it's going to be resisted by the skeleton itself. As you kind of rear up, one claw just smashing into him, you see him kind of hit from the side as he staggers to bring his sword down in like a last desperate strike. You kind of rush forward, and your jaw is gonna chomp right down on his collarbone area. As you give a powerful bite, you just chomp right through. And as you get your jaws around this guy, how do you want to do this?
So I'm gonna bite through the collarbone, reaching for his spinal cord, and I'm gonna yank, grabbing like pieces of his spinal column and pull up, and as I'm pulling, I'm holding my paw, so I'm basically stripping all the connected bones and everything, so it's just a spinal cord that I yank out with my mouth, and
You're
then
keeping the skull
Predator.
and the spinal cord?
yeah, it's just the skull and the spinal cord. And then I'm gonna just wave it back and forth like a rattle.
Be gentle with the hat. I want the helmet. I call dibs.
Oh.
So as you chomp down, your kind of teeth punch through the rusted and near broken chainmail bits, the leather, this and that, and then you just kind of begin just shaking and ripping, like the bones and bits of armor are flying around, and as you just bring your paw down, you kind of smash all the bones aside, the charred fragments and stuff collapsing into a pile, and as all of the as you're just kind of waving this skeleton around, eventually you're just kind of left with sort of the bits of it that are kind of left connected to sort of this leather chest plate. There's little kind of things hanging off of it, but eventually you just kind of shake it around and throw it to the ground, and as he crashes to the floor, that is the end of this particular skeleton. And with that, the only thing that's kind of left in these tunnels, which you guys once they're kind of there, I will say that you guys can easily finish them off, because they're going to sort of remain turned for an entire minute, which is enough for you to kind of hunt down the last living skeletons. Actually, you kind of, Lycon, you were watching the one that was running up the hallway. When the one that Xantor is kind of chewing on dies, you'll see the other one kind of like hit the wall and just sort of stumble for a few steps before collapsing onto the floor himself.
Cool. Anyone having a Mortal Kombat flashback? Just saying.
All right, and hold on.
I'm gonna in bear form. I'm gonna offer the spinal cord and head to Balin as like a trophy, like as if like a dog like pushing a bone, like, to cheer him up.
Here,
And
friend, I
I'm
got
taking
you
his
a
hat.
spinal cord.
All
I
right.
want his helmet. I'm now wearing his helmet.
So as you guys are sort of left alone in once again this kind of silence, the dripping, echoing sound of the cave filling your ears around you as you kind of like the din of the fight dies down, and you're kind of like you're kind of pushing around this body of this skeleton. What do you guys want to do? You want to? I'm assuming because you're taking his helmet, you want to kind of rifle through him, see if there's anything of interest.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I get any extra armor for his helmet?
The helmet is pretty beaten up and pretty battered. It does very little to actually protect you, but it does look. It does sort of look very very foreign if broken and kind of.
I do want to pick up my throwing star.
Yeah, you can find that.
Or just-
Alright.
Yes, I agree.
I was trying to mute myself.
That's fine. So you wanna kick through this guy's stuff?
Yeah, I mean he's not using any of the shit.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. So obviously he has his now just shredded and broken kind of armor, which is mostly cloth and woven leather and stuff on top of chainmail. So that's pretty much useless at this point. The sword that he was wielding is now sort of lying on the ground, and is it is muddy and it's a little bit. The blade is a little bit rusty, but it looks to be in much better shape than the ones that the rest of the skeletons were wielding.
What type of weapon is it? Is it a katana, a short sword?
It is not exactly as long as a katana.
Tonto.
It is not a tanto. It's probably about yay long. It is, again, the weapon itself is foreign. Like, you've never seen a weapon of this design, really. It's exotic, it's foreign, but it looks like if it was cleaned up, it could definitely do some damage. You also find on that kind of just like buried in his armor, there seems to be a bronze key that is hanging on a strap that was apparently around his neck.
Well, I'm going to take the key just because I'm the keymaster, and then I'm going to pick up the sword and I'm going to offer it to Balin first, if he wants it.
Damn, almost dying gets you like spinal columns and swords and all kinds of shit.
I want
You're our
to.
king now.
I want to inspect the throne that this thing was sitting on.
He wasn't really sitting on a... Here, I'll put you over there. He wasn't really sitting on a throne. He was just kind of sitting in the, like, against the wall here. But you can see that sort of where he was sitting, there appears to be a smaller tunnel that's kind of leading deeper into the cave.
With this.
Are there any notes or paper or anything on the ground?
Not where he was sitting, no.
All right, I'm gonna shift out back to human form.
Before he does that,
Oh,
I'm gonna, since you were offering the skull and whatnot, just gonna kind of reach over and sort of rub that cookie-shaped ear a little bit, the thumb and forefinger, and then just kind of rub on the muzzle and be like, "No, thank you," and then drop to one knee and be like,
I'm gonna shift back and I'm gonna say, Zachnafine, can you heal Balin? I used all my healing for right now.
Yeah, Zachnafine will kind of walk over and he'll use 9 out of his 10 lay on hands points to kind of seal up some of your wounds. All right, so you're out of bear form. What do you want to do? Do you want to explore the tunnel? Do you want to do something else?
So there were no papers or anything on the ground where he was sitting?
Not where he was sitting, no.
Is there anything identifying anything that stands out in this room, like chests or pots or jars or?
this creepy bidet to the south of us here.
Yeah, that's the day thing. What is that?
The termite mound?
This thing is a stone column, like a stalagmite to stalactite.
Hey, Balin, you want that sword or what?
Oh, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna explore the cave, but I'm gonna be like, Balin, I'm sorry, I felt like it was not gonna end well.
Oops. I'm going to go over and take the sword that Balin didn't want and rinse it off in the water and kind of clean it up a little bit.
Roll me a perception check.
I like perceiving things. Helps me not run into doors.
18. All right. What you kind of notice as you're kind of cleaning this off and turning it over in your hands, you notice that this is a fairly well constructed sword. However, it is since fallen into disrepair and it is in pretty beat up shape. You notice the pommel itself is is loose, kind of rattles around it like as you're you're handling this thing.
Alright, I'm gonna give it just a kind of hold it and give it a few, kind of test swings to make sure it doesn't fall apart. And then I'm gonna.
When you swing it, that kind of loose pommel rattles a lot.
Okay. Can I just tighten it, or is it something that needs to be?
Do you want to try? You want to try and tighten it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if it, if it's bolted, screwed.
So usually, usually a pommel is either it doesn't really, they don't screw on. They tend to either be forged straight through the handle, or they tend to be both riveted down onto from the bottom. This, however, is rattling around almost like it's kind of fitted in to like an end cap, and as you kind of try and turn it, you notice it's very loose, and it seems to be sort of threaded into the bottom of this handle.
Kind of pull it out.
Yeah.
What happens when I get out?
As you kind of unscrew it and you kind of pull it out, you find that the handle of the sword is actually hollow, and there seems to be something rattling around inside.
All right, and then I will tip it up and I will kind of shake it out in my palm.
You are looking at this very highly polished silver tube with little caps on both ends. The larger versions of these are used to hold important scrolls so they don't get damaged. So it's like a miniature scroll tube.
All right, and I would like to open said scroll tube. Actually, I would like to look at said scroll tube to see if there are any. Is this going to be a Da Vinci Code moment where I've got
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it's locked or there's any complex mechanism to it. It just looks like it was stored here to be a secret.
All right, and I will open it up and remove whatever is inside, if anything is still there.
Sure, I will show you in 1 second. If I can find it. Because I know I have it. Yes, here we are. And this is going into Lycon. You find a piece of paper inside. A piece of paper covered in handwriting.
Holy shit. That's a lot of writing. This is gonna take a second, guys.
If you like,
Share it with us.
if you'd like, you can. You don't have to read it to yourself. You can share it with everyone if you want.
Yeah, we'll be in class all day if you have to read.
Yeah, no, I'm a very slow reader. I will get the others involved and be like, "Hey guys, check this out! I found something in my another awesome, sweet new sword that I have another."
You just turned into a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to see the fun thing.
Who would like to? Who would like to? Well, I'll show it to everyone, but if someone wants to read it out, you're welcome to.
I'll read it, but where is it?
Hold on. It was in only his
It's in
journal.
my hand, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Try to
There.
take it and stab you.
Oh my god, it's tiny.
You can click.
Yeah,
You can click the thing and zoom in. There you go.
yeah. I'll read it. My son, my heir. You know now that I have kept secrets from you. You are always a perceptive son, and while you may not understand my reasons for secrecy, I hope that you realize it was necessary. Know that I was not angry with you for opening the warning box. I was angry with myself for withholding the truth from you and forcing you to seek out what I should have given to you. The words I spoke to you were from anger within myself, and it shames me to think of them now. I write this note as an apology and to beg you to leave these secrets to history. The next few days will be the most important I have faced in many years. If our family's enemies have, as I hope, forgotten us, I shall reunite with you and your wife and your mother, and I shall reveal the truth to you. But if they seek the contents of the warning box, I fear that I may not speak to you again. The box holds our family's greatest treasure, so I have returned it to Corton's care, and it shall remain hidden in the secret third vault under Brianwall's castle, obscured from our enemies. I hope and pray. I will not grant our foes the satisfaction of killing me themselves if it comes to it. Let my death by my own hand be my final act to protect you, so that our enemies believe our line ended. I have instructed Tutsamu to keep this letter from you, delivering it to you only should I fail to return as I hope to. If I can, I will reveal all to you myself. If I cannot, this final missive from a father to his son must suffice as an apology in place of an explanation, and you must destroy this letter. Flee to the south and never return to Grindwall. If our enemies find what I've hidden, there will be nothing here for you. If they do not, they will lie in wait forever for your return. I hope to see you again soon, my son, but my heart tells me I will not. I am sorry to have failed you, but I'm proud of you, and I know you will survive this old man's shame. You are strong, and you must remain so. For in you are reading this, and I am gone now, that our enemies will never stop searching for us. And that is why I cannot reveal the truth to you until I know there is no chance of them finding us again. Rokuru Kaijitsu, Sunday, 29th Desunis, 4687.
We know the current date.
What's up?
What is the current date?
I will tell you in one
Like,
second.
how old is this?
Yeah, do the math for us.
I'm going to assume Mr. Samurai Dude was. I've shrunk the letter in Suma.
Is the treasure key lime pie?
Only if you're allergic to it.
The date, it's the current date is hold on, sorry, I was checking something. It's 4687, so I have to do math now. It's 47. It's like 4715.
Oh,
Yeah.
50-ish years? 40, 50 years?
It's about 30-ish.
Yeah. Rokuro. Kaijitsu. I'll look over at Balin and I'll be like, don't we know somebody back in town named Kaijitsu?
Mm. We knew
Well,
3, actually. Until one
I'm
multiple
gonna
lives.
roll up the note, stick it back in the silver case, and hand it to Balin. Since you have a better repertoire with the Kaijitsu family, and I could, I want to make sure the right person gets that note.
All right.
Yep.
All right. What do you guys want to continue exploring?
No,
I
I
know-
think that'll do for tonight. We can just go ahead and...
You're like, I've died once today. I'm good.
I want to head down that cave that it was standing in front of.
Okay. Go ahead. You're welcome to.
Oh,
Near a castle.
I can't see where the cave is.
That's always a reason that we have hired another
Oh.
all for vigilance.
I will follow her.
No coordinated
I will
ISIS.
follow him.
Like Arndale, yeah, because we've been kicking ass. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So, Xantor, as you kind of take steps through this small passageway, you see the cave opens into a chamber where there's a small pool that is slowly being filled by a stream of water dripping down. This cave is kind of more eroded than like freshly eroded. It seems like the water's continuously carving out little bits of this, but the only thing that catches your eye is sitting at the opposite wall from where you enter. There appears to be a large, what looks like a large chest made of some sort of polished wood, dark polished wood. You can see it's kind of covered in muck and scrapes and scratches, but it looks fairly heavy, but it is sitting at the opposite side of this room from where you are.
Like here?
Yes, that's the chest.
Okay.
Hey, Lycon, I'm gonna yell to the room. Hey, Lycon, I think we found a chest, but I think the whole room is booby trapped, as well as the chest.
Muffy.
When you go first, and let me know when you get there.
Word of our community.
Can't
I'm
she,
kidding.
like,
I'm gonna walk up.
decorporialize and like mist in there?
Wait, What?
Isn't Muffy on
Demoralize and mist in there?
decorporealized?
She can't do that while she's wearing her armor. Her armor will just sort of fall. Uh,
Naked. How's
Yeah.
that?
Okay.
Okay.
and thank you, by the way. Thank you.
Move in there and.
Sorry, thank you, Kobold Khan, for the host. Thank you. You guys should check them out. It's an awesome convention. I probably will be doing stuff for. All right, so you wanna move in and look for anything?
Look for.
Yeah, I will inspect. Sorry.
Roll me a perception check.
Give me 1 second. I am.
Good night.
I am unfortunately on call this weekend, so I have to take a screenshot real quick and email somebody.
Okay.
Oh, you're like real lifing.
All right. So
sorry.
while he's
That's
doing
what he meant by on call.
while he's doing
I'm
that,
running perception real quick.
while he's doing that, you kind of look around. I mean, you don't see anything that looks like a trap here. It just looks like a chamber. You don't see anything immediately that catches your eye. It's just the chest at the far end.
Okay. I don't see anything non-magical trap-wise. You guys want to do a detect magic or such?
Can you check the chest?
Sure. I'll move up towards the chest. Where's the chest? I don't actually see anything.
It's
never
that
said no
brown
to
spot
talking
at the
about-
far end.
Okay. My vision's not
That's fine.
changing when I'm.
Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
I'm gonna move up to the chest, and then I'm going to affect the chest.
I'll let you kind of continue. You can see there is a fairly heavy lock on the chest. Like it looks like, you know, it looks like this chest was heavily sealed, and it doesn't look like it's been opened anytime recently.
All right. Does it look like the key I have in my? Well, if it said lock.
You want to try it out?
Yes.
The key fits into the chest. As you kind of push it in and turn, you hear kind of 3 bolts click, like clicking.
All right. Once the lock has been successfully unlocked, I'm gonna open the chest. And massive.
All right, as you push the lid of this kind of heavy wooden chest, the first thing you notice, it is lined with this kind of crushed red velvet, which looks watered and water damaged and nasty. But they've kind of, it's got like a lot of these sort of slots in it. You know how kind of like in a doctor's kit or something, it's got those little slots that you can slide like things in. It's got things like that that were used to kind of secure some of its contents, a lot of which have been removed from the velvet-lined interior. However, the chest itself seems to hold a stable of 5 familiar-looking potions. Those are 5 potions of Cure Light Wounds.
Sweet.
There are 2 potions that look like they contain a similar liquid but are slightly larger. And there's a single kind of gold ring, as well as a
like this kind of ring, or just a circular.
yeah, like a ring that goes on your finger.
Sweet.
I want
And
the
pick
gold
the ring up.
And there is a
Yep.
what looks like
Um,
an enchanted wand.
I want the golden
I
ring.
am going to. What? Nope. I'm in front of you. You can't take the ring yet. Because I'm the first one looking in the box, so you don't know there's a ring. Because I take it and put it on.
Okay.
You're muted.
And then I say, "Hey guys, there's a wand and some potions in here, and I'm gonna take one of the." Said there were larger potions.
Yes, there are 2 of them.
Okay, I'm gonna take one of those, and I'm gonna stick it in my pouch, and then they can have a pick of whatever
A
else.
little kangaroo. I'm gonna put it in my pouch, and I'm gonna love it, and I'm gonna keep it.
Yes, and I'm gonna call it George.
All right.
Do you disappear when you put the ring on?
No,
I
he
don't know.
doesn't.
Aw.
He stays. You're gonna need a little while to attune to the ring. Its effects aren't immediate.
Yeah.
Your feet get massive and weigh 3 times as much.
Nah, I'm gonna turn into a chick. Watch.
if Lycon turns into a chick, then we're not gonna get anything done because he's gonna be molesting himself.
I gotta know the difference. I'm a dwurf. We still the same.
All right. So do you want to? You guys can kind of? Do you want to pass the loot out, or do you want to take the chest with you?
Let's just. I mean, if we're gonna take it with us, let's just pass it out.
It's up to you. You guys tell me what you want to do.
Right, because then it would be lighter. And if somebody gets sucked into like a vorpal,
Take only what you need to survive.
Just tell me what you guys want to do. Just let me know.
yeah, just maybe split up the cure light wound potions between us.
Okay.
And what was left?
The wand, the 5 cure light wounds potions. There's now 1 larger one of those, and that's it.
Yeah, just let's split up the pots. We'll give the larger one to Trendan because he takes a lot of damage, and I'll nab a wand because that makes sense, maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
All
And
right.
nobody's disagreeing with me, so sweet.
All right, that's fine. So once you guys have kind of taken the stuff out of the chest, what do you want to do? You're sort of alone in this cavern.
Exit stage that way.
Okay.
I'm gonna mosey. I'm gonna dwarven mosey toward the other tunnel where that skeleton died, and kind of inspect that area to see what else is going on down here.
So just to give you a little update, and Xantor might really want you to know this, but when we first came in, we went a certain direction and we heard skitter skitter 8 legs noises that kind of made everybody pee their pants a little. So we went the other way.
Okay.
So you might be going into, hey, I
It's
want to
too
lay
late
eggs
now.
in your...
And I'm really fast, so.
Wait, no. What happened? Why is he leaving? What's going on?
He wants to go hang out with
I was gonna inspect the
Agdog
other
and
hallway.
spiders.
Oh, no, he wouldn't do that. He was with us.
Yeah,
No, I wasn't.
I reminded him.
His
Yeah,
character
just
was,
now, but I'd already done it.
no, your character has knowledge to not go explore it.
When he put the ring on, he got temporary amnesia.
We're all gonna die.
If you want to,
if I knew that, then I will not go that way.
Well, I don't know that they're that way. I'm just saying it may. I was thinking that where we were going now was going to connect, and I was kind of.
Okay, so Kismet yells at me, and I'm going, "What, woman?" And I'm gonna look back at her, and she's gonna explain this whole thing to me.
8 legs, die,
all right,
not good.
Balin, you wanted you look like you wanted to say something.
I was going to ask Lycon to do a really thorough search of the inside of the chest to make sure there were no secret.
Oh, that would have been a really good idea.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and do that.
Sure. Roll me an investigation check.
All right, I'm trying to work and drink and play.
Sounds like the life, man.
You kind of pad your hand along the inside. You kind of try and feel for any gaps like between the floor of the chest and you don't sense that there's anything hidden in here.
I will relay that information to Balin, and I'll be like, "All right, let's do this." 5.
Let's go find some spiders and die painfully.
No, we just send the bear in first.
I'm kind of wondering what the spiders have if these people had a chest. Or if the spiders were just a division.
They
division.
probably have silk and
What's that episode of Futurama? The Spidarians.
Yeah, see beautiful tapestries.
silk and venom.
Are we gonna get a $300 tricky dick fun bill?
So what do you guys want to do?
Really sounds like a story title.
What do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
Going this way.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna follow. Poor ass.
Hey, that was my idea. See, I wanted to do it before it was cool.
Well, then get up here.
Oh, no, you're
I'm
first
gonna
now.
follow really far behind. And Xantor's gonna go huddle.
Of course, I probably should go first since I am the rogue with the perceptiveness.
What do you guys want to do?
I was doing good.
We're going up the. Oh look, the cave splits into 19 crappy. Which direction are we going?
Does anybody have a coin on them?
A coin? Why to flip?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking left goes to where the spider doomed death would be, and right gets us out.
Heads
All right, so I'm gonna go to the left.
Okay, fine. Never mind.
All right. I guess Xantor's following with you. You guys.
All right.
Here, let me Lycon, as you make your way through this chamber, this little hall, this little kind of tunnel leads to a small cavern where that is kind of filled with very still water, very kind of dark water. Oh no, that's the wrong. That's the wrong page. You can see there are a couple of small kind of glittering crystals that seem to be growing out of the stonework on the wall opposite you.
Would I be able to use my background as a guild artisan to discover what these gems might possibly be?
I mean, they're crystals. It's hard to tell from where you are. They seem to kind of glint in the torchlight.
So they're on the opposite side of the pool, so I'd have to get in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'll look at the druid and be like, hey, you can swim over there and get those, because I'm not getting in that water.
Apparently that's a yes.
All right. High five, druid. Yeah. I mean, not only am I terrified of, dark water, but I'm also a dwarf and we don't swim well.
So what's going on?
Antor's in the water.
I know, I can't, he's not talking, so I don't know what he's doing.
Or he's talking and is just muted.
He's pantomiming. God, catch up, jeez.
Oh, I thought you could hear me. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm going in the water and getting the crystals or whatever he asked me to do.
Are you just going in sort of normal form?
Yeah.
Okay. You start kind of stepping into this pool of water, and it kind of slopes down very steeply, so it gets very deep very quickly, to the point where it's about up to your chest, and you're probably only 3 or 4 feet into this pool. You're not even like halfway across it. So you're like you're gonna be right there. You're gonna be like right here ish. Do you want to continue going?
I mean, can't I swim?
Well, I'm saying you can feel that the ground is kind of sloping down on your feet. I'm just asking if you want to keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
You can swim.
I know. I feel like I'm gonna die for someone else's greed. All right, whatever.
It's curiosity. It's not greed.
Okay.
Curiosity.
The fairy in a bottle.
Give me 1
We're in
second.
a fairy pool.
I was just playing up today. That's what I was thinking the second I walked into it.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check what a thing is here. Yeah, good enough. Okay. So as you're kind of going, you kind of feel your 1 second.
Achoo! Stare into the sun. We still can't hear you, by the way.
I thought it was happening. It wasn't. You feel your foot kind of slide on something a little bit as you kind of push off and begin kind of taking 1 stroke and 2 across the pool. And as you get right about to the center point here, give me 1 second. 20. You are going to feel something grab your leg.
Yay!
Yeah, I didn't think that was a good idea.
Is that why you said him?
Well, that and
No, I was actually like half paying attention. I mean, I was trying to write an email for work and do
and
this.
he would probably sink.
Yeah, I would think.
They wouldn't have to grab me. I would come say hi.
All right. I need you to roll me a strength check, please.
Kick him in the face.
Who's carrying all of our rope? Does anybody have our rope?
Don't we all have some in our
We all
pack?
have rope.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Xantor, you are absolutely not prepared for this, as something with a lot of strength behind it is gonna grab your leg and just yank you right down below the water surface. As you see Xantor, he's gonna stop for a second, and then you see him just, pulled right down below the water.
It is one good eye. I can see this. Can kill you later look in his face. Alright, as that happens, I'm going to yell for Balin. I'm going to hurriedly take off anything that is super heavy as far as bags go. I'm going to strap the rope around my waist, and I'm going to throw the end toward Balin, and I'm going to dive in toward him.
And in the 20 minutes it takes you to do that, Xantor drowns.
Ah, I'm smart. I got, safety last.
I got dwarf quickness.
Yeah, I'm a rogue.
Alright, so as Xantor is pulled under the water, let me get this. You guys, yeah, Xantor, you kind of find yourself grasp at something. It is pulling you down. What's up?
Did that walking of water potion wear off yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was a while ago.
That was good though.
It's going. So he's gonna kind of. You're gonna get pulled under, and this thing is going to kind of have a grasp on you, and as it does, it is going to attempt to
Nuzzle
Yeah.
you.
Hey, put it with the keys.
the thing, whatever it is gonna kind of wrap, sort of pull you into it. You can feel it kind of your first your foot and then your whole leg being kind of slowly engulfed. And as it does, it's gonna begin crushing. And you're gonna take you're gonna take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing begins kind of is constricting on you.
Is he still a bear?
No, that was he got rid of that. So Xantor, I'll give you a reaction, and then I'm gonna give the guys on the shore a chance to do something.
So, whoops.
Music for once.
What's up?
Shit.
I mean, that's one thing you could do. Usually that would make something release you. They don't usually want to eat that kind of stuff.
So what do you want to do?
So so I guess it's tightly wrapped around my leg.
And it's pulling you down.
Be an octopus.
I don't have any more wild shapes because it was octopus and then bear.
Yeah.
Octobear?
So I guess I'm gonna take my. So it's pulling me down, so I don't have concentration, right? I can't concentrate to cast something, right?
You can attempt to cast. Your hands are free, so you can attempt to cast something. Depends what you want to do.
I want to cast. I want to cast Shillelagh and bang on whatever has my leg.
You can cast Shillelagh. You are underwater, so I will give you disadvantage on the attack, but you can definitely do it.
So quarterstaff. I actually use spellcasting ability instead of straight for the attack and damage rolls. How do I fucking do this every time? Hold on, we had this figured out. God damn it.
I thought you set up specifically a shillelagh attack.
Yeah, I thought we did. I don't see it on my thing.
Just go ahead and you can just make a normal attack and replace the bonus with your spellcasting modifier. It's not.
Oh.
Is each square is 5 feet, right?
Yes.
This many.
I hate you.
Come on.
Plus spell modifier. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting
You
there.
can just click the normal attack and replace whatever the bonus is. After math in your head. It's not.
No. What normal attack?
1d20
Oh.
plus. You have to roll an attack.
Yeah.
1d20 plus what?
Just roll a 1d20.
Okay.
That's the hit.
Okay. What's your spellcasting modifier? Plus 3.
So he has to roll again.
It doesn't matter. He's not going to roll worse than a 3.
Good.
He could.
He's standing within 20 feet of me. He could.
Roll it again.
Yeah, you have disadvantage because you're underwater. He did not roll less than 3. So you kind of like as you're gripping your quarterstaff, you kind of infuse it with magic, but you're very much slowed and like being jerked around underwater. So you're trying to jab at whatever's down below you. You can't really see, but it's not working out too well. All right. So as he's struggling, you guys see the bubbles and the splashes from below the water as he's struggling. What do you guys want to do?
Can I sleep the area?
No.
And put me to sleep.
Well, yeah, so we can get you though.
We'd all go to sleep.
Round.
Well, no, because it's 20 feet within the area, so I could cast it like...
It's 4 squares. You'd be
Ashley,
lucky enough.
what happens to a person who's underwater and is unconscious?
Well, we could Heimlich you and or not Heimlich you. What's the other thing you do?
Oh God, I'm dead.
I could shocking. I could
What do you want to do? Make it quick.
All right. Since I was the closest one and I saw him drop first, I'm going to do what I originally said, and I'm going to drop my bags or pouches.
Drop my pants and jump in.
I'm going to tie the rope to my waist. I'm going to toss the other end to Balin, and I'm going to dive in, attempting to grab Xantor.
Okay. All right. So I will let you kind of. Not necessarily tie it, but you can just kind of like pull it around yourself as tight as you can, and just start wading into the water. As you rush in, you can actually, like, he's not that far down below the surface. You can actually kind of reach to him if you want.
Yes, I want to grab him in some way, shape, or form so we can. Then
all right. So we'll say that now that you can kind of grip him, but you can't pull on him right now. Balin, do you want to do anything, or you just want to anchor this rope?
Right now, I'm just going to anchor the rope because this is sort of like when someone has a partial airway obstruction. If you attempt to assist them, you could really screw things up and make it worse. So I'm just going to hold on to the rope because he seems to have a plan.
All right.
Called me having a rope in my hand, so that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. I'm going to assume Kismet. Are you doing anything, or do you just want to kind of wait to see what happens?
If they don't come back, I'm gonna sleep the area. But I'm just gonna wait for right now.
Okay. Alright. So this thing is going to continue to make... It's going to make another strength check against Xantor to pull him down even further. Not doing so well. So it doesn't... Xantor, it doesn't manage to drag you down because it gets a 7. But it is going to make a slam attack against you. 16. Alright, you're gonna take 4 damage. 4 kind of bludgeoning damage. As you feel like, you actually kind of feel it feels kind of warm, almost as if, like, you can feel sort of a tingling in your leg, as...
It peed on you.
Almost as if, like, the leathers and furs of your boots and your, pants are sort of being... burned away by something caustic. Alright, Xantor, what do you want to do?
Unmute yourself and then try again.
I'm gonna, well, so Lycon's grasped me with one hand.
He's basically got a grip around, like, your collar, kind of like here.
Okay, well then I'm gonna try to whack at it again to loosen its grip. Can't I?
Yeah, you can make an attack against it.
Or is it better to do another strength check to see if I can get out of its grapple?
You totally could.
Can he do both or just one or the other?
One or the other.
What's smarter?
Punch it in the nose.
No, you stay out of this.
Do the opposite of what Ashley said.
I'm gonna do another strength thing to see if I can get out of its grapple.
Go for it. A 13 is gonna make an opposed check on that. And it rolls a 10. So you manage to kind of push off, yank your boot out, and do you want to use your movement to kind of swim to the surface?
Yes.
All right. As you sort of you blast your way to the surface, Lycon, you can use once he hits the surface, you can use your turn if you want to pull him out of the water.
Yes, I would like to do.
All right.
I'm never gonna get to sleep anybody.
So as you kind of haul him to the edge of this pool, Xantor, you break the surface, kind of wheezing and coughing, as you kind of land on solid rock.
Yeah. Whatever's on the other side, we can't get to it right now.
No, but we can.
Yeah, you go ahead and go in.
Well, can I shocking touch the water and Kazam what's ever in there and then take 2?
Do you want to try and shocking touch the water?
Yeah, because I want the shiny.
Okay.
No, Ashley. So shocking touch, you electrify. When you have something electric and you put it in the water, where does the electricity go?
I'll be fine.
Go into the
We all can move away
Wait,
from
I thought it was like 20 feet of a chosen point, so it didn't have to be like a literal touch, right?
It's called shocking touch.
Is it a melee? Yeah, but
Shocking
No.
grasp. Lightning springs to your hand to deliver a shock to a creature you try to touch. You have to make a melee attack against the target.
The water's
so
calm,
it'll
so you should be
electrocute
fine.
me too?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wait, why wouldn't it electrocute me anyway?
we all are gonna move away from her as she does this.
Is this gonna kill me if I stick my pinky in the water and try to Shazam the octopi that...
Go fill a bathtub up with the toaster, toss the toaster, and see how it works. See if the effect works.
Right, but I don't...
This is a slight difference. This is a magical land of spells and fairies.
Yeah.
Physics and science.
However, you might accidentally fall first into the water as
That
she's doing
is
shocking.
See, Jamal even says if you're not touching the ground, you'd be fine. She's standing on the ground, sticking her hand in the water.
Well, can I like Jubilee
She also shoots
like spark
fireballs
at it
from
or
her
something?
No, you have to physically touch the water.
Let her do
And
it,
would-
please.
okay, would
let us all move away and let her do it, please.
Right.
I'll let you do whatever you want.
Okay,
Alright.
so but my question is if I'm
I'm not
doing
gonna. That's your conclusion to draw.
mother
It's going to depend
what
on
the
your roll.
sparklies? Who has a harpoon?
You got half of it. Sorry.
Does anybody have like a water walking potion that we can run across and grab the sparklies and run away?
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
I don't know. You probably could freeze the water and then you can go across.
Oh, can I do that?
Why are you asking me that question? You know what
have to-
spells you have.
Okay, can I do chill touch then?
Does Chill Touch say it freezes water so you can walk across it?
I mean, it's worth trying.
Okay, Chill Touch Chill Touch does cold damage. It's sort of the equivalent of like if you sort of were blasted with compressed air or something like that, like it's something really really cold. It does a little bit, it hurt. It's not gonna freeze a body of water to the point where you.
It's not a body. That's more of a funnel.
Okay. I guess
Oh,
we're
man.
just gonna not get the sparkly because the octopus tried to eat our
The
friend.
best part, Ashley, though, was both Balin and Trendane both like rub their eyes at the same time. They were just like, "Oh my god!"
Well, since they're the same person.
Maybe
that makes sense.
aspirin and Trendane both.
Yeah, it's like
Trendane's used to me too. That's the sad part.
So what are you
Okay.
gonna do? Are you guys gonna try and do something to water? Or are you gonna just leave it be? What's up?
Do we super not want that sparkly? Ooh,
I'm
what
not-
does my wand do?
you don't know.
You've never used it before.
Shake it really hard and see if it freezes the water?
You can if you'd like.
Okay, I see if I
Seeing her pull out that new wand, I'm going to run this way as fast as I possibly can and hide in a crevice. Just in case.
I'm crawling
I'm
back,
going to grab my bags beforehand. I
I'm-
want my shit back.
out of the hallway where I just almost
I
died.
am the best mage ever. I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna like whack it around a couple times and see if something good happens.
That's what he said.
So the wand does nothing that you can tell immediately. It doesn't seem to cast any spell at the air or at the water.
You're just not shaking hard enough.
Or it's a wand of delayed fireballs, and we just need to hang on for a second.
Maybe it's some of the dragon outside. We can ride it.
So do you guys want to spend more time in this cavern, or
Just start winding up the rope and give it back to.
Thank you.
I
for
really have
saving
nothing
me.
that would freeze freaking water. Mother F.
do you remember taking a spell that would do that?
Well, that's unlikely, even if I did.
Okay. Have you ever used like one of the keyboard duster compressed air things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Upside
You
down.
turn it upside down. You squeeze it, and the shit comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine trying to freeze a pond with one of those things. It does not work that way. Okay, it's just way too much for that little.
This is a really big one.
Well, then it wouldn't be, a little canned air.
So this thing's like 10 feet away max from me, right?
The crystals?
Yeah.
About 10, 15 feet, yeah.
Because each of those little blocks are.
Yeah, give or
Alright.
take.
You could try this if the wand will bring him to you. You'd be like,
Oh my god! Can we like rig something with the rope and try to lasso it and drag it back?
Slowly.
Do you guys really not want to know what that is?
I haven't seen them yet. I haven't walked around that corner.
I'm slightly curious, but I
just
feel
almost
like
died.
I don't think none of you
Yeah.
are trained in lassoing, so
Yeah.
the chance that you would be able to lasso a small crystal with a rope and then pull it to
would
you.
that be animal handling, or would that be like acrobatics? Athletics?
One foolish attempt was enough for me for the night. Like, I'm good. No more soup.
If Adam wants to go, then it's time to go. When he's not wanting to keep going. then-
Zach and the Fiend. Do you still have a javelin? I think you have.
Yes, he has javelins.
All right. So what it is? What we take the rope and we kind of flick it at the like you're doing fishing. You flick it at the surface. Bring whatever that is up to the surface of the gun, and then javelin right in its bits.
I love this man. Do the thing.
Do what thing?
Fly fishing, and then javelin the shit out of it.
He's gonna
He's
just.
gonna harpoon.
He'll say, do you think we can tempt it out of the water?
Or at least up to the surface where the javelin is a better chance of hitting it.
How do you plan to do that?
We take a piece of the rope and we just hit it across the surface.
And then
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We leave. We lose nothing.
You're welcome to try if you'd like.
Okay.
we could shove Kismet in and see if he comes up to get her.
I mean, at this point, like, tie a rope to my ass. I'm ready to dive in and get it if this doesn't work.
I mean, hips maybe. We could tie it to your ankles.
So you wanna kind of try and smack the surface to see if this thing will come up?
Not with my hand. I'm talking about using like a strand from the rope.
Yes, that's what I said. I meant yes.
Okay. Well, when you said smack, I thought you meant
Well,
me standing.
whatever.
on-
That was it was the same thing. So you kind of whip the surface of the water with the rope for a while. You don't see any signs of anything kind of surfacing. It's just
It's probably still knocked out.
just
Ready?
dark.
Go.
All right, then I'll start tying the rope around
We
Kismet's
didn't hit
waist.
it.
Yeah. Kismet, it was never knocked out. It just let me go and I swam away. It's still wide awake watching you. So when you go in the water, all right, we'll all hold on to the rope very tightly and we'll count to 10 before it grabs you. And then you can
Well, at that point, though, once it has her, then she can move down and grab it.
Yeah, she can
Yeah,
shock
see?
and
And
touch
then we
it.
can just pull her out.
Yeah, go
You
ahead.
guys,
This
you
is
guys, hold on.
flawless.
I just want to point out, you guys found two whole treasures of chests, 2 whole chests of treasure, but a small collection of crystals is the
I wanna
most
leave.
important thing in your lives.
I give no shits about these questions.
No,
No.
I've already died.
No.
Almost died for this. I want to leave. I want to see her play this out now.
Problem is that you said the problem is that you said shiny. Do not say shiny around
Yeah.
her. I have seen her play with shiny metal bells from Christmas like a cat. It's shiny. It's fucked up.
What do you guys want to do?
We tying a rope to Kismet. We're throwing her in the water. We're gonna see if the shocking touch thing works.
Okay,
That's where this night's going.
I'm gonna back all the way against the back of the wall, and we're run, and I'm gonna jump and dive as far as I can.
Roll me an athletics check.
Oh shit! Fuck.
The one time she gets a nat 20.
Why are you doing this?
I don't even have that.
Nice.
Oh, I've got a -1.
Yeah, enjoy
Yeah.
that.
Enjoy that.
It's
You might
cool.
roll a
It's
20.
gonna.
As she sails through the air and pulls out her character sheet. Oh, I've made a mistake.
No. It's
She's gonna
look,
roll a
it's gonna
1
be
and
the
she's gonna
best
face
roll.
plant on the far wall.
I don't think a 1
That's why we had
would
Loki.
make it all the way across.
I
Go.
I
She
give
just slips
myself
and
a
falls and
concussion
stays
and
flat.
I fall to the bottom.
You manage to get a jump. It's not particularly a far jump. It's maybe a few feet as you kind of land outstretched, smacking right into the water, and you are very slowly going to begin to kind of sink down into it.
Because I can't swim?
You can. It's.
You
I don't see
haven't
why you wouldn't be able to.
set
It's just
to.
you're not particularly amazing at it. Once you hit the water, what do you want to do?
Just go for the shinies as hard and fast as I can and grab them and swim back. That is
Roll
the
me
plan.
another athletics check.
Oh, fuck me twice.
So hold on. I'm gonna move all you. So you are right about here. Here, give or take. Athletics check.
Can you guys like prod me on with that?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So she is attempting to swim, which is more like flailing, as she attempts to kind of right herself. Kismet,
Yes, sir.
you as you're kind of swimming, as you get about halfway out, through the pool towards the other side, you are gonna feel something move just under your stomach, sort of, as you're pushing through the water.
It's your turn now.
You're like, haha, bitches. Can I like blindly fire my crossbow below me?
You can't fire a crossbow in the water.
Well, I mean, technically.
No, as soon as you release the catch,
What?
the string goes.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
No,
Crossbows don't do very well when they get wet.
no, they don't.
Can
Chris.
I?
Chris, you missed it. Oh, hey, Chris, you missed it. You tried to fire a crossbow in the water.
He was going to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a second to react. What do you want to do?
Okay, let's blindly fire out Ray of Frost down below me. Why not?
Okay, roll it.
What happened to your brilliant shocking touch plan?
Look, I hit something. Well, I rolled a higher than a 4.
Okay, so as you kind of just, are you finding it like straight down, or where?
Yeah, just wherever I felt like the movement.
All right. You're gonna kind of blast out this ray of frost, and you kind of feel the water instantly get cold around you as you feel kind of ice crystals seeming to hit something, and as it does, this thing is gonna react by lashing out at you.
Oh shit!
Bitch! Ow!
14 against your AC.
Yeah, that hit.
Now put it to sleep. Now
You are gonna-
to sleep it.
As this thing is gonna kind of reach out and kind of slam into you, you're gonna take 4 damage from the bludgeoning.
Damn it! Can I go ahead and just cast? Am I close to the mother effing crystals?
You can continue swimming if you can basically take your movement to either.
Wow.
You can either you
Please
can
don't
continue
do that.
swimming or you can attempt to attack.
Please don't continue swimming. Please.
Let's pick one.
I just are so close. Can I just sleep the area and have them yank me back?
Um.
Well, because it would be you guys aren't at that
Yeah,
box,
yeah.
the 4 boxes.
Yes, they are.
You're gonna have to position that box very carefully.
It's 20, like so it's the
4 boxes.
right. It's the 4 around me. Like I'm right in the middle. So you guys are outside of it.
That's I don't believe that's how it works.
No.
8 is
No,
a
we're not.
no. Sleep is a 20-foot radius sphere.
So everybody but us and Lefay goes to sleep.
I drown.
And then it crawls out and pulls each one of us into the water.
Depending on, because like I've got that rope wrapped around my arm, so when it pulls her in and she's asleep, then I'm gonna...
All right. You guys have been at this for literally 45 minutes. What do you want to do?
Just have them pull me out, motherfucker.
Done. Out you come.
All right. So you yank her out of the water. She kind of flops back onto the surface.
And then I take a swig of Cure Light Wounds because that was worth it.
No, take a swig of this. This is much better.
What is that?
Hustles.
It's Russell's Reserve.
Who gave her potions?
Anyway, she picked them
Took
up.
them out of the. Well, we've had them for a while. We bought them like
Yeah,
I don't know in game time like 6 hours ago. In normal time like 3 months ago.
6 months ago.
So I'll move over and kind of elbow Zach. Do you see anything down there?
If you see anything shiny, shut the fuck up and don't say anything.
No,
Like,
I'm
I
talking
wanna
about the
kill
other
this
branch of the cave where he's standing.
I'm gonna walk over and pat Kismet on the head, then I'm gonna walk off.
Do you guys want to make your way out of the cave at this point, or you want to continue exploring?
We should
So
probably
that's
just
why I
wait.
walked over and elbowed Zach Devine and said, "Do you see anything else down there?" Meaning down the cave, that direction that he's facing.
What the hell do we come this way for anyway?
As you are playing Zach Devine Askren, you're the only one who can answer that question.
Sorry, I didn't hear the question then.
He said, I walked over and kind of elbowed Zach Devine and pointed down the thing. I said, "Do you see anything down there?"
He kind of peers his head around. And he says, "No, but I think that there's some spider webs up there."
So do we want spiders or do we want to leave?
I wouldn't mind leaving.
All right. Anybody else want spiders?
No, they're not shining.
Let's leave.
All right. Motion passes. Away we go.
All right. So as you guys weren't taking the chest with you. You were taking just the contents, right?
Were we supposed to take the chest with us?
I'm asking whether you did or
Oh.
not.
Just the content.
Okay. All I want to know. So as you make your way out into the swamp, you guys are here. Is there anything you wanted to do, or do you consider your sort of business here in the marsh done at this point? You have successfully taken all the ears from the goblin tribe, all the ones that were
the other ship.
all the ones that there is one more shipwreck, which you're welcome to explore if you like, but you guys chose to kind of bypass it on your way here. The last one you found was kind of burnt to a crisp, didn't seem to have anything of value in it.
I mean, do you guys still want to check out the ship? Because we were looking for ghosty treasure.
Is my ring doing anything fun?
You haven't taken a short rest yet.
Damn it. Okay.
So what's the consensus?
I vote to rest, or at least 4 hours of rest.
While
we're
we're
all-
doing that, Because I have no money. While we're doing that, you could get the 2 hero cards that were purchased at the beginning.
Oh, right. So I meant to put those in the chest themselves. So I need the I already drew them, so I need the 2 people who have not drawn one. So that was Kismet and Lycon to roll me a D. Let me check. Hold on. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, D52. One of you rolls a D52, the other rolls a D51.
Is it a /D50?
Yes, same exact thing.
It's /R and then the. Did you do 51 or 52?
/R. I haven't done anything yet. So since you're asking, I'm going to go ahead and do 52. That doesn't work. /R. Oh, D52.
Same exact thing as any other roll.
I never used this.
1D52.
Oh, not slash.
Shit monkeys.
Yes, still /roll. It's the same exact command.
Oh, wait, hang on. You said 1D52, so it's
/R 1D52.
There we go. I don't ever use that. Hang on. Shit keeps popping up.
Alright, 11. 5, 10. Alright, that's 1.
Wait,
And
why
then,
is my /roll not working?
Did you type roll or did you type /R?
I did /roll. Is it /R?
same thing.
Yeah. And then 1D52? Or
Yes.
1D51?
There's space
Yes.
between
1D5.
R and the 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, look. 1D51. Done. There.
It says unread, yeah. Oh my god, I am such a fucking idiot. I was typing it into chat. Sorry.
You're good at things.
I was typing it into
Alright.
Twitch, and it's like, it doesn't recognize.
25. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in the chest, 2 of you guys found some things. Well, this one, the first one, we'll say this was actually hidden in the scabbard, in the hilt of the sword that Lycon opened, because very much kind of a destiny thing. Lycon, you find this.
Oh, dear Jesus.
No, that's not how that's pronounced. It's the wife.
And
midwife.
Kismet, as you were looting the chest, you will find this one. So as he draws the midwife, you are going to draw the teamster.
I actually like mine better.
which is Master Blaster from.
I know, right?
And what exactly these mean, you will probably have to wait until you find an experienced tarot card reader. Though you actually do have someone among you who knows a little bit about tarot cards.
Muffet?
Yes, the outsider from another dimension knows a lot about a ritual specific to this particular region.
It's either going to be the druid or the mage.
We've already established that I don't know shit, so...
Okay, you don't know, but Kismet.
No, Kismet
On
is
the
not.
all-
Kismet is not a Verisian, nor is she really versed in Verisian cultures. Though someone else in your group is.
Yeah.
He's particularly fond of having his fortune read.
The only one I know who's had his fortune read was the druid.
Yeah, that's the implication.
I
Can
don't
we
remember where
show
that
it
was from.
to Man Bear and see if he knows what they mean?
Yeah, if you want.
Centaur!
You'd be like, hey, guy, check this out. No, shut up.
I'm gonna look at the cards.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the cards, and I'm gonna look over at Balin, and I'll be like, oh, the cards they got are very interesting. This card that you hold, Kismet.
Give me a sec. Hold on, 1 second. Hold on.
Hang on, he's got to tell you what you know.
Well, no, if he'd had his fortune read, he would know kind of the basic meanings of the cards. He probably wouldn't know how to specifically interpret them, but he would know generally kind of the, what they sort of represent. So I'll take them in order. So the midwife is
Gonna deliver a demon baby for somebody?
Yeah, like a scary.
Yeah,
creature.
probably.
Ismet, did you get impregnated by that thing in the pond?
Did somebody pee on you?
I forgot about that.
All right. This one is going to. This is number 1. That's the one all the way to the left.
Oh, I'm muted. So this is interesting. This is a neutral good card of wisdom. It represents the enabler of conduit of new creation, information, or arrivals. So you'll soon discover something that'll be of a blessing. Balin, this is a lawful good card of charisma. It represents those who are gone, or a ghost of the past that has taught you an important lesson.
Hold on.
Oh wait, no, I said that in reverse because the midwife is Chris's, right?
Yeah, the midwife is Chris's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the Teamster is a neutral card of Constitution. It represents an external force that drives the subject on. So she's driven by some outside power. Yeah. Shiny shit will drive her.
Overwhelming need to
apropos.
finally hit something.
Yeah. Or we need to find.
I hit
Every
walls.
guy's dry.
I hit walls.
You hit the thing in the pool too.
All right.
So, what it means to me is that you're secretly a man. Because it's every man's drive to hit something.
I mean, before the sex change.
I'm sorry.
So you guys are kind of are taking a rest in the swamp. Did you want to continue your exploration, or did you consider your search here done?
I mean, I want to check out the ship since we're this way, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm cool with checking out the ship only if we rest before we head over there.
Y'all,
I'm in a little bit of pain. I'm a little annoyed.
you're wet.
I need to.
I don't know.
try
You're
my
kind of a
best.
lot annoying. But we put up.
All right. So as you guys can kind of in the entrance or sort of in the shadow of the cave take a rest, like a short rest, a few hours, enough for you to kind of prepare some food, bind your wounds, and kind of mull on the things that you have discovered here. And we'll just kind of say, because it's very close by, that after a little while you can sort of wade across the water and make your way through the wood, like the woods and the swamp, to the shipwreck to the north, where you will discover another boat that's been pretty much broken in half, just kind of just offshore out in the water. It's been rotted down to its frame. It's been pretty much decimated. It looks like it's been left here to rot quite a bit. Doesn't look like it's been used as a habitat for anything since like the other one has. Thanks to Video Store Cowboy for the host, man. Thank you so much. The boat, however, you can make out it has a similar sort of metal plate on the front, just like the other one did.
Or what is the plate say?
What's up?
Does the plate have like a name?
Yes, it does. And I will put it in chat.
Look, they're like little shields for my eyeballs.
That is what the nameplate says.
The Kaijitsu Blossom.
Wait a minute. What was the other one?
Kaijitsu Star?
Yeah.
Is this like the Mayflower and the other one?
Santa Maria.
The Mayflower.
And the other one. Well, it's two different times in history, but okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, Jesus.
Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Is that...
Yeah. Those are the three ships. The Columbus.
I'm tired. Shut up.
So we should explore this.
Yeah.
Where are we? Because I'm like super zoomed out on the map right now, and I don't know where the hell we are.
Yeah, we're in Swampland. Oh,
Ah, okay.
yeah.
Ah, there we are. Oh, no, wrong way. Not correct.
We might find out more about that expedition. I think the two ships are connected to what we found inside the cave.
Yeah.
Do I feel tingly after our short rest because of my fancy ring that I randomly found?
When you will kind of feel like a little bit lighter. The ring itself appears to be a ring of jumping.
Hey, that dwarf toss thing now should work.
Boing.
Hey. I don't know what that's going to be used for, but all right, we're going to find some fun uses for that later.
So,
When I get home. Yeah.
what do you guys think? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to ask, did you say that was all we found, that there really wasn't anything else, that it was just...
At the you will uncover, like, it lying in the mud. There seem to be you managed to find 3 bodies, skeletal bodies, decked out in kind of rusted and nasty, like, mud encrusted armor, very similar to almost exactly like the ones that you found in the cave.
The cursed treasure. So I wonder if they took what we found in the cave was taken from this ship.
Possible.
They're part of the same expedition, and then they crashed here. And then they went to the cave for shelter where they died.
That makes sense.
And then undied.
And then undied.
And undied.
You guys, there were in the letter that you found there. You guys, there were a lot of names and places that you've never really heard of. But if any of those of you who are local to Varisia, if there's anything you want to sort of see if you've ever heard of or anything like that.
Yeah, Brinewall Castle.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
And he fails.
Oh.
A nat 20 on the
Nice.
intelligence check.
Nice.
Nice!
Super nice.
So, that actually rings a lot of bells with you, Xantor. You know it by name only because your tribe used to roam pretty far and wide along, in the wilderness of the Varisian, the Varisian country, and very far when you were young, very far north. You remember that your tribe had kind of expeditioned. They'd expeditioned very far north in search of new hunting grounds and possibly some trading, and you did a little bit of business in a nearby settlement. So Brinewall is an old castle an old castle and a city, very, very far north on the Varisian coast. So it's up past Riddleport, up past a lot of other stuff over there. It's kind of north of the Mirani Forest, which is sort of near where the elven tribes that you used to deal with came from. So it's pretty hot. It's pretty far north. Probably about a month of travel from on the road, but it's you don't remember much about it. You just remember that you were sort of in the general vicinity of it.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn to the group, and I'm gonna say everything you just said. And then I'm gonna say, I think that note we found, we should show it to Amiku, because I think the note was actually for her dad, but he's kind of busy right now.
Being dead.
Dead.
Why do you think I gave it to the dude who talks to Amiko?
Wait, what?
I gave the note to Balin.
Oh, you already we all talk to Amiku.
I don't, because I could care less who she is.
Ouch.
Okay, fair.
I never talked to her. I never cared.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, do we find anything in this ship that we were exploring, that we're sitting at?
No, it's out in the middle of the water. It's been pretty thoroughly rotted down to timbers.
Oh, okay. Well, at this point, then I'd say we make our way back to town. and talk to Miku.
That makes sense.
So once you guys kind of gather up here, it'll probably like you're able to sort of you're able to sort of use your map to kind of backtrack. As you can go past the Goblin Village and up through the older trail that will join the Lost Coast Road. It's probably a solid day of travel before you finally get to the road itself, navigating this kind of harsh, swampy terrain. But you've been here long enough that you kind of are familiar with it. And once you get back on the road, it's another day-ish, maybe half a day. Before you travel north up the road back towards Sandpoint. But just as the sun is kind of getting high in late in the afternoon, you find yourself arriving back at the gates of Sandpoint, and as you see, as the town kind of comes into view ahead of you, you see that the gates outside are just crammed with like wagons, carts, and what look like travelers from all over that are kind of working their way into town, parking their caravans in campgrounds around the front gates. It is bustling with activity, more so than you've seen in a long time.
They come for our autographs, guys.
So at some point, if we want to go back to that cave and Lycon can use his bouncy ring to jump across and get the shiny.
Doesn't quite work that way. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So you guys want to make your way into the city?
I'm gonna hand her one of the shiny coins that we had, and I'll be like, "Look, here's your shiny." I'm gonna turn to Balin and ask him, does he know why there's
Picking out my spyglass.
why there's so much going on around town?
I don't know.
How the hell would he know?
Perhaps a caravan just got in.
You guys know generally, like, before you guys left, there were a couple caravans were just coming into town. I don't know if you remembered exactly why you were sent into the swamp, but it was reported that as some people you remember what was supposed to happen with the stuff that you cataloged from the Wizard's Mansion, correct?
Books.
Not what it was. What was supposed to happen with it?
Oh, weren't you supposed to turn it into somebody?
I did, but do you remember what was supposed to happen?
Yeah, it was to be for an estate sale.
Yeah, and so as the people were coming into town, it seemed that some of them had been attacked on the road, and that was why the sheriff sent you into the swamp. It seems like word of the wizard's sort of estate sale and auction has kind of reached far and wide, as people seem to be swarming into town to buy up his possessions.
Oh, what we look for him.
You before you left, you guys remember that you were informed that there would be a kind of an auction, and that you guys were invited to be guests of honor.
Do we remember how much we were? Because I don't think I have a contract in my. No, I don't. How much were we promised per pair of ears?
Give me 1 second. I'll tell you in 1 second.
And how many pairs of ears?
That's true. I wasn't keeping count of how many pairs of ears.
He said he would pay 10 gold for every relatively fresh pair of goblin ears delivered, as well as an extra reward for the head or the crown of the chief.
What about for setting up a new chief?
We've got some things in the work you don't need to know about.
So as you guys are sort of making your way into town, kind of through the open gates, past the bustle and the kind of merchants shuffling this way and that way, what do you want to do? By the way, as to how many pairs of ears you got, let me tell you, you got...
I hope somebody was keeping track of that, because sure as hell wasn't.
Well, you got one pair off of every goblin you killed, which was I have a number here somewhere. It was about 12 goblins that you killed.
13, because we also took the ears of our new king.
Oh, that's
Well,
right,
but
they
you
did.
left one alive.
Yeah, and Balin took his
But they
ears.
cut-
Oh,
They
you
cut
did
his
take
ears
his ears off.
I was
Okay,
angry. I
so
sliced those fuckers off to make sure. I drove home the point. No pun. Well, every pun.
How is the crown going to stay on his head?
That was our discussion at that point, and I didn't give a shit about. I do remember that point.
well, so you got 13 pairs of ears. All
It's more
told.
of a necklace now.
Yes, it is. I did string them.
I meant the crown. It just
Oh,
kind of
that right. Well, all right. So
So
30.
so once you guys kind of make your way through the gates of town, what do you want to do?
Need a refill.
We're coming in the south side, right?
You can come in whatever entrance you want. I assume the front gate, but you could come in through the south if you'd like.
Maybe we should try to buy some new gear.
I feel like the south entrance would have made more sense because then we could pop by and.
We're coming from the south, so.
Okay, so you want to go? You want to swing right by the tavern? The first
Yeah.
thing.
So I might as well stop and talk to.
Okay. So as you guys pop in, the tavern itself, it is early in the afternoon, but the tavern is bustling with activity as people are kind of stopping in. You know, carts are parked outside, and once inside, it is just moving and shaking. Let me find some tavern music here. Hold on.
I feel like we should get a cut of the profits of the town because the only reason people are coming into town is because of us. Just saying, auction. It's all because of us.
All right. So as you were kind of making your around in the tavern, you kind of spot Amiko. She's over sort of by the bar, just kind of tending to a bunch of different customers. She doesn't immediately spot you guys.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
That was Spock.
Oh,
That was definitely.
I can't. I got music in my ears, so I can't really hear.
Okay, right. We can hear the music. So I'll go over to Amiko and kind of flag her down and get her attention.
She's kind of like handing out plates, and as you kind of get her attention, she's gonna turn and say, "Oh, there you are. I'd heard you'd left town. I was wondering when you'd get back."
We're back, and I hold up the little silver thing and say, "We need to talk."
Oh, is it urgent? I kind of. Okay. She kind of puts the plates down, and then she'll she'll just kind of why don't we go in the kitchen where it's a little bit more private.
We're opening the taps, and then I walk behind the bar, pulling Lycon along, and we just start drinking from the bar taps.
Yes. Good question.
Sweet home.
All right, so you guys keep yourself occupied behind the bar. All right, so it's just
I would.
yes.
I got a sword that I would like to know what the stats are on it. Like Smith, we could possibly restore it if that is what it needs.
Okay. Well, do you want to be doing that instead of the tavern, or?
Yeah, I want to go get that sword restored.
Okay. We'll go over that in just 1 second. So Balin, it's just pretty much just you talking to Amiko. I mean, did anyone? Obviously Xantor doesn't want to join you. Did Kismet? Did you wanna join them talking to Amiko, kind of learning about
I should probably join. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want to follow back.
I'll follow
Okay.
back as well. Well,
All
I'm
right.
gonna carry 4 mugs because I can hold 4 mugs.
Yeah. Judo Killer says some rich tavern beats. Oh yeah, we got tavern music for days. So you guys follow Amiko into the kitchen, and she kind of props herself up against the the table. Says, "So what's the problem? I heard you."
So much I don't think it's so much a problem as it is questions about your lineage. There is no secret that your father and I did not get along very well. I did not believe that he really appreciated you as much as. What was his name?
My father? He's Longiku. You met him.
I know, I just didn't remember his name. What about your grandfather?
Give me 1 second. She says, I never really, I never met my grandfather, but I have a painting of him in my house. His name is Rokuro.
This is for you.
She kind of looks very strangely and takes the tube, kind of slowly unscrews. She says, "You look a bit forlorn. Is it bad news?"
Only you can answer that.
She's gonna kind of unfurl it.
As she's unfurling it, I'm like, before you read, just get through. You have nothing to worry about. The guy holding this letter that was supposed to bring it to you, he's dead. And then he's undead, and then we made sure he's dead, so he won't come after you. And I'll go back to drinking.
The person who had this is dead?
And then was undead, and then he's dead. We made sure of that.
Now he's re-dead.
And then I'm drinking.
She's gonna unfurl the letter and take some time reading it. It's gonna take a little while as she kind of scans its contents, and as she continues to kind of get through it, each kind of line after line, you see her expression change to one of, at first it's one of confusion, followed by one of sorry, let me turn this down, of one of I guess fascination and just it's a mix of of unsure or uneasiness and curiosity. As she's looking it over, she says, my family came from Brinewall? I never knew that.
There were 2 ships that we found out there. The Kaijitsu Star and the Kaijitsu Blossom. This was presumably on a chest on one of those, but had been taken presumably by the crew into a cave in the southern end of the swamp, where I presume they were met their end, but became possibly undead. Their armor very Tien style to it, I guess. The leader of the group, skeletal warrior, challenged me to a duel shortly before that.
His name's in the
But
note.
but what did you say, Chris?
She said his name's in the letter.
Oh, yeah, his name.
The name.
Presuming that was him. But very shortly before the end of our combat, our trial of combat, he seemed to be requesting that we end his suffering of undeath, which we complied with, but this was apparently in the hilt of his sword.
She kind of like settles on down on the edge of the table, just continuing to read through this letter over and over. And you can see she's not really sure what to do with the information. She's just gonna say, after a long kind of silence, she says, this is a lot to process. There's things here my father never told me about himself or my family. I knew they came here nearly 50 years ago, but I don't know anything else. There's a lot of information here. I need. Would you mind giving me a bit of time to process all of it?
No problem. We've got other things we need to do.
There's. I don't have a lot, but I have some things at home that, journals, books my family kept that I inherited from my father. I want to confer with a few of them, see if there's any information on any of this I can dig up. It's gonna take me a little time. I know you have business around town. Just come back in a few days.
Speaking of, there's a lot more activity in the town, and you said that you thought we had left town. Does that mean that we don't have rooms here anymore?
Oh, no. Of course, I would never give your rooms away. I only heard the other day that you had left on some sort of special invitation from the sheriff. It seems that in your absence there has been quite a collection of people arriving from nearby and distant lands and cities, all quite interested in the auction that's going to be going on. It's going to be held, I believe, tomorrow. They told me that you were going to be there.
We'll see. So, do your research, your thinking, whatever. We have to go and talk to the sheriff.
Well, I hope it goes well. If you need anything, just feel free to ask. I'll probably be here, trying to make sense of all this.
Probably be back for food and sleep later on, but for now we're all right. And out the door.
Okay. So as you kind of make your way out the door, Lycon, I guess, did you want to go to the blacksmith or did you want to go to the weapon vendor in town?
I didn't really want to sell it or appraise it. So would the weapon vendor be able to?
Well, I mean, you don't. I mean, it could be either one. She might work in weapons. You've never really
I'd
been
go to
inside.
the blacksmith first.
Okay. So you go into the Red Dog smithy and you see this big burly man who you've seen once before, barrel chested, kind of handlebar mustache, not handlebar, whatever the thing that kind of goes down into chops is kind of called. And he no, not really that dangly.
Oh, I thought, well, when you went all the way down here.
No, it's more like down, like in under the whatever. And he's
Van Dyke.
Yeah, that's it. And he's kind of like intimidating looking, and he's in the process of sort of like putting some stuff on the shelf and kind of hauling these these bags of like powdered something, just like piling them on top of each other. And as you make your way in, the dog will kind of perk its head up and follow you, and he just turns and he says, "Yes, what do you want?"
I'll pull out the blade and I will present it to him and gauge his reaction on me handing him the sword. Won't really say anything just yet. Going to kind of say, "Hey," I'm just going to kind of.
You're just gonna hand it to him?
Yeah, just kind of hand him and see how he reacts to it.
He'll just kind of like, without really saying anything, as you kind of hold it out to him, he'll like just grab it and yank it out of your hand as he kind of turns it over. Like, very, very angry expression on his face, and he just says, "This foreign work, broken, useless. What do you want to do with it? What do you want me to do with it?"
Can you repair it?
He says, "Of course I can repair it."
And it won't be useless.
He says, "Why you want this fixed?"
It has sentimental value.
He's gonna kind of like lean in, very, very, very close, and say, 200 gold piece.
Holy crap.
You said 200?
Yeah.
I don't actually know how much I have. I'll tell him 125.
He kind of like still again very close to your face. This big burly dude, and he says, "I do not haggle. You want make deal? You do something for me."
Such as?
Take my dogs for a walk again. No.
He kind of puts the blade down and he says, "I want to bury my son."
He wants to bury his son?
That's what he said. Oh, I forgot that we're still on tavern.
When did his... Would I remember when his son died? Because he familiar
Yes,
to
you
me?
would, because he's asked us to do this once before.
Why didn't we do it?
Well, we asked to borrow his dogs, and this was his price for us borrowing his dogs.
Or no.
That was shortly before Zach.
That was a long time ago.
Yes,
Holy
it was.
shit. How do you remember that?
I know, he's like
Wow.
steel trap. Wouldn't he be annoyed at us for not burying his son before?
Well,
we didn't find
in,
him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's entirely possibly the reason why he is telling you it costs 200 gold to fix a sword.
Wait a second.
I'll look at him and I'll tell him.
We found his son.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Wasn't he at the house?
No.
The one with the goblin chewing on his father's face? No.
So, I mean, does he not know where his son is?
His son disappeared. He doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about this guy. So we never found his son.
You never
He
went
has
looking.
He has the 2 large mastiffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember using the dogs. I just don't remember what we did
I
after.
don't
Use
remember.
them.
I mean, I honestly don't remember anything about.
We tracked all the way across over past the glassworks to the temple, where we tried to get access to go in there, and they wouldn't let us in.
Just
would not-
accept the quest. You can just drop your request log later.
Yeah, just don't track it for right now.
This guy you remember you would remember that he told you that his son was disappeared or was killed 5 years ago, along with a lot of other people in town, and they found every other body
Except his sons.
except his son's.
Trent, you said they wouldn't let us into the temple?
The temple that's north of the.
That was a different thing.
Well, the dogs let us over there. Didn't
Yeah,
they?
but it wasn't related to his son.
Right, but the dogs let us over there, and they wouldn't
Yeah.
let us into the temple.
Oh yeah, because we weren't fancy enough.
We weren't religious enough or something.
We couldn't answer the New Age questions.
I don't even remember that. Like, that didn't even ring a bell. I remember the
You're
massive.
probably drunk.
There's still some little red triangles drawn on the map there. That's where the dogs were leading us. We kind of went that direction, which is ultimately what led us over to the temple, which should be building 19. But
Okay,
Just right
I'll,
next door to the doctor.
all of these memories rushing to Lycon, I start to feel a little bad because we didn't follow up on our original promise, and I'll tell him 150 and we'll find your son.
He kind of takes the sword and he's gonna kind of walk over to. He has a wall where like there are these little hangers that a bunch of other blacksmith tools and things that he's working on are. And he's gonna take the sword and just like put it in one of the hangers, and he says, "You get it back when you find him."
He does know that we could kill him, right?
Well, we did tell him we were going to do a thing, and then we didn't do a thing, and then he forgot
Yeah,
that we
and
said
I'm going to look at him,
Please, though, it doesn't matter.
and then I'll look at him. Agreed. And then I'll walk out.
Okay.
It'd be a shame if a terrible accident happened to him in his forge.
Damn.
Hey, Don't fuck with the blacksmith in his forge. I will stab you in the face.
Hot steel.
All right. And in the process, Balin, you will make your way over to the sheriff's office, where he is kind of busy, sort of directing the complaints, the requests, and the kind of travel of many merchants that are flowing in and around the city. Well, once you catch up with him, he will kind of turn his attention to you and say, "Yes, you returned from your trip. I assume it was productive."
Drop the necklace of ears on his desk or whatever.
And I want the kobold in holding to come with me.
You want to take that one out of the out of storage?
I want Sam. Yes, I'm here to let Sam.
Okay. So as you kind of you drop them, he'll kind of like eye it, kind of push it with his foot and say, "Right, Smith." And he kind of waves over one of the local guards, and not the Magnamar ones. This is one of the normal ones, who will kind of like lead. He'll gingerly sort of pick this thing up and walk with you into the sheriff, like the actual sheriff's office, and he will divvy you out 130 gold pieces for all of the ears, as he is instructed to do. And the sheriff, as you're kind of walking out, the sheriff will say, It's damn fine work. I assume that means we won't have anything to worry about from the tribe."
The tribe is now known as the Crying Bears tribe, and they're under control.
They're under control, or they're not a threat?
I'm gonna lean in real close, and I'm gonna be like, "We have it handled."
Right. I'm going to take your word for it that there's no more threat.
Handled. And then I'm gonna say, "Can I have the kobold, please?"
He'll say, "As long as it doesn't cause any problems, are you gonna keep it tied up?"
That's offensive. But we will keep it under handled control.
You better. There's a lot of people in this town right now. A lot of things can go wrong. I don't want any problems.
Won't have no problems. Won't be no problems. Can we go now?
He's not holding you. He's just sort of, he's here if you need to ask him anything.
Oh yeah, no, I want the kobold because I'm gonna ask the kobold questions.
Okay. So as you guys are collecting your kobold from storage, you've gotten paid for for your task in the swamp, as well as taken quite a bit of treasure from them. There is, and you have also sort of learned of quite some interesting new secrets that are swirling around. What connection does the Kaijitsu family have around here? What exactly is their history, and these enemies that have been spoken of, and what secrets does that mean are lying in Brinewall Castle? Who knows? But I think those...
You do?
Well, I do. I do, but those are all questions that we're going to have to answer next week, because I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight. The party has successfully exited the swamp, and things will hopefully get back to normal. So, what's up?
She said we got out of the swamp without a shiny.
Without a shiny, there was no shiny, no shinies. But that is where we're gonna end it for tonight, because obviously we don't want to spoil all the mysteries. We want to save some for next week. So as you guys, as we come into next week's episode, it looks like the day is arriving where the big auction is coming up. You guys are offered to be guests of honor. Who knows exactly what's going to happen when that event takes place? Will the party be there? Will it go smoothly? Who knows? But that is going to be next week on Jade Regent. So as always, let's kind of bring it in with a big thank you to our to my cast members, and a big thank you to everyone who hung out with us. I want to go around and thank my cast members, and of course let them tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us who you are, tell us where you come from, and where what you get up to on the internet, and we'll do that. So, sorry, I'm putting on some music right now. Well, this music's not very good. I'm looking for something cool. That's good. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So let's start as always with Mr. Trendane Sparks. How you doing? Are you ready? Are you ready to play D&D?
I think I am. I'm playing Balin Koth from Riddle. I'm kind of an asshole to people who I don't think deserve my respect. Adam, go. Oh wait,
he doesn't deserve your respect. I get it.
Oh,
I get it.
Okay, right. Outros then. So yeah, my name's Trend Sparks. I'm a professional freelance voice actor, and you can usually find me at Trendane on Twitter, Trend.Sparks on Facebook. But I also have a Twitch channel which I never use, and most of the work that I do when I'm not here on Twitch, I am over on the R. Van Elleron channel, which we will be doing D&D on Saturday. So, and then we'll be back here again on Sunday for more of this. And yeah, it's a lot of fun stuff. Dang, Adam.
Hey, I'm Adam, one half of Totally Tweaked, a Twitch channel. We kind of mixed it up. The last few weeks, it's just been me streaming our Mythic rating in WoW, but we streamed Astroneers last week. Got a lot of attention, a lot of followers, and people checking us out. And I've been talking to some of my contacts. I used to be in games, actually similar to Balin, which we actually never talk about like video games at all, which is funny.
Justified. It's not a good topic for me. Go ahead.
Wasn't a good topic for me either, but I still keep those connections. And we're gonna try to start streaming like a variety of MMOs and other games that we're playing, kind of expand, show the world as it is at our commentary. We also now have a Twitter. Yeah, we have a Twitter. We tweet when we're doing our show, but Chris does all that because I don't know. Yeah, and then there's some other stuff that I'm doing, but I won't get into it.
Hey.
Well done.
Do you want to pick up the torch, Chris?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Totally Tweaked. We are doing some streaming things and stuff. Yes, we did finally set up a Twitter account. Yay! And a YouTube account. Yay! We're doing a little bit of variety stuff now. We're still working on the format and other such, but we are working on some up and coming smaller games. Adam mentioned Astroneer. Sorry.
You should also give.
We are Astroneers.
You should give him the Twitter too, so he can put it in the channel.
If I had it up, I would. I mean, it's Totally Tweaked.
We don't even know our own Twitter name.
I have all these links saved. I'm still working on this whole Twitter thing. Last time I used Twitter was when they came out, like 12 years ago. Yeah, we're working on some variety games. We're working on Gloria Victus. That is the next MMO we're going to kind of tweet out and play around. And then...
and Trove.
Trove. We're messing around with that.
Maybe some DC Universe.
All right.
A little bit of everything for everybody. And then we're going to knock it down to Ashley. Ashley.
I just put the Twitter handle in the thing.
And thank you, of course, to Shadowhack90 for coming in with the host for 16 viewers. Shadowhack, I think they're just... Yes, the Riot Raid is here. Those guys, can we get a shout...
timing.
I know, perfect timing. We usually... They always kind of come in right at the end, but we love them anyway. Can we get a shout out in chat for the Riot channel, which is... Yeah, can we get a shout out for Shadowhack90? So SO.
Is that cognac?
Brandy.
Brandy. Okay. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
You had a good weekend.
He's really
And let's-
getting at it.
Let's get some ED
I
love,
am-
guys. Let's get some ED love and ED raid in the chat. Show your support for these guys. They also play D&D just about the same time we do, and they always come in with the awesome, the love and support, and we appreciate them so much.
I wonder if they got shinies.
Did you guys get shinies? Because we got no shinies. Ashley, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Ashley. I'm part of Two Dorks TV. We stream every day of the week except Saturday. Thursdays we do Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. It's our podcast. And this upcoming Thursday we're gonna have special guest Aspen on the show with us to tell us how he balances his life and does all the things that he does, because I would go into a coma.
You usually are in a coma.
But you can get me on Twitter. It's FateKills PHAP and Two Dorks TV on Twitch.
That
Absolutely.
kills.
And of course, my name is Askren. I'm your host and dungeon master here. I'm gonna get into obviously you can find me on Twitter. It's just at Askren. That's where you can find all of the official kind of Twitter stuff about Exploding Dice, where you can find all the information and keep up with everything. Sorry, beer's getting to me. Everything we do. And yeah, I got a lot of announcements. I kind of didn't do these at the front end, but I do want to do them now because I want to get through these guys. We have in about 2 weeks, we have a brand new show that is coming to the channel. It's going to be every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We are bringing you a brand new show. I can't tell you much about it. I'm going to release those details on Twitter, but for those of you here, I will tell you, for those here with the exclusive information hanging out with me, the show is going to be called The Writhing Moon. And it is going to be a horror game that happens here every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I've been writing and homebrewing this for a while now. I'm so excited for it. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that, and definitely put it on your schedule. What's up?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
If you have a rising moon, do you also have a setting moon on the other side? Or no?
I get the joke because of the lisp.
Yeah. Pointing out my speech impediment.
So that is the first announcement. The second announcement, obviously, is that this Tuesday on the Fuzzy Dice Show, I am going to be hanging out with Mr. Splattercat Games. He is a dungeon master and one of the players in the Roll For It show, something like a 350,000 sub YouTube channel. So he's a pretty cool dude. Makes video game videos. You should go check him out. And we're gonna be hanging out and talking DM stuff, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So definitely be here. That's Fuzzy Dice every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Definitely looking forward to that. You guys should tune in. Thank you for the host. I am the Blue Ranger. Also, another awesome streamer. Let's get a shout out for him in the chat. He's a really cool guy. Also, so aside from that horror game that's coming to the channel, I sort of made a promise that every Wednesday after my Prince of the Apocalypse game, I'm going to be doing an art stream on the channel. So that's 1 day a week at least of drawing. That's every Wednesday is Askren's midweek drawing stuff, where we just hang out and we talk about stuff that's going on. We sometimes talk D&D stuff, and I just draw pictures, and you guys can hang out. And I really need you guys to come by and encourage me, because I have a habit of, when I'm streaming alone, I have a habit of like getting really awkward and just sort of ending it early. So I need you guys to come out and keep me drawing for like a full 3 hours. Just make sure I don't kind of have an excuse to give up.
A lot of fucking drawing.
Yeah, well, I gotta, I gotta make
He's
sure.
awesome.
I gotta make sure I practice. And then the last announcement is this, I think, because we settled the game on Saturdays, that means every Monday I'm going to be doing gaming streaming on the channel, which I don't usually do, but I'm dipping my foot into it. So every Monday at probably 8 or 9 Eastern, I'm going to be doing co-op gaming. Starting this Monday, I'm going to be playing with Rathian Gaming. We're going to be playing some Borderlands 2. We're going to be starting a fresh game from the beginning and just running through that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So you guys should definitely come check that out. We got all kinds of new content for you. It's coming all the time. We want to be on stream more for you guys. We want to offer more role-playing games. Yes.
Who was it that purchased the 2 hero cards?
That was Bird vs. Plane.
Thank you, Bird vs. Plane.
Yes. Huge thanks to Bird vs. Plane, who is our patron
Bird
saint.
versus Plane. Hello to all the other new people.
Yes, and absolutely. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And we are going to end this session in epic fashion by having a raid. Who is streaming now? You know who I think we're going to go raid?
No.
I think we're going to go raid a person that I sort of know, but haven't spoken to in a while. Let me just check to make sure they're still on. Yeah. Okay. I think
Wasn't
they're
that a
still
song
on.
by Goatsy?
By who?
Goatsy.
Unless
Didn't
you
he do
submit
the
yourself-
song?
Alright.
Somebody that I used to know.
Yeah.
Let's we're gonna go ahead and raid Laura Lania. She is currently doing some D&D character creations for the Miss Click show. So let's go hit her up. Exclamation point raid Laura Lania. Go hit her up. As we kind of come out of the stream here, go make sure you slam that chat with some ED raid. Let her know where you're coming from and share the love. We're gonna be back next week with more D&D, but until then, don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because he might.
Get his tentacles on you and pull you into the water.
Right.
Yes.
And then you don't get your
Absolutely
freaking shiny.
No
And
shinies
jump,
for
and then
you.
Some crazy ass mage decides to jump in.
And shocking gas.
We'll see
I
you
wish
next
you
time,
had that.
guys. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Bye, guys.